We watched him, he dominated that day.
I think he's enjoyed it, actually. I think that was the reasoning behind it, is just to step back, let him concentrate on his footy. You know, obviously everyone's aware of what he can bring to the table, so I think, that's probably helped his footy. I think it's actually, from all reports, I think he's playing probably better at the moment than, towards the end of last year.
So up against another tall jumping ruckman in Nathoy today, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. One we impressed us last time was Benny Bryan up forward. Did kick some nice goals for you?
Yeah, Benny's a good kid. I've got a lot of time for him. He's sort of like a bit of a sponge, wants to learn, presents well. Hopefully we can lower the eyes a little bit. That's probably our biggest problem at the moment. We've got, we've got about 2 or 3 players over 6'2", over 6'3", give or take, but a lot of 6-footers. So we probably need to, instead of blazing away, got to lower the eyes and look for him to present up. So he's good at that.
Yeah, was that 3 weeks ago? I think we watched Lancefield versus Melton Centrals here, and Darren Robertson just absolutely blanketed Jobson from Melton Centrals. He was awesome that day, so he's going to have another big job today against Jack Jedwab.
I think that might have been Priesty, actually, which is Lucas Fallows. Robbo played on the other big forward, I think, from Melton.
Apanero.
Yeah, so likely, Robbo's a big solid boy, so it was sort of a body type like for like. Lucas Fallows we call Priesty. Priesty's probably been our key back, and he played on
Jobson,
sorry. And he'll probably get the job today on Jedwab. So he's playing really well. He was one of our best again last week against Wallen. We're under the pump a little bit in the last half. That's been our biggest challenge, is just we're putting moments together and the odd quarter and maybe a half, but we've just got to play 4 quarters.
So one thing we did enjoy at the end of the game was the influence from your runner. Hopefully stirred the Melton Central boys up a little bit.
Up and about. We won't mention names, but he sort of had a bit of fun with it. So look, that's footy, I suppose. Players, I think probably they can listen to outside noise, or they can not let it affect them.
It affected them.
Yeah.
It worked well. Mate, we'll let you get back to it. Thank you for your time. Good luck today.
Thanks, Turns.
And,
No worries at all. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for having me.
Cheers. And today we've got Terry Brady with us from the Romsey perspective. Terry, how you going, mate?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, you've been around a very, very long time around Romsey. You've got a lot of history yourself between you and Lancefield, and Romsey and Lancefield. You know a lot of the past?
Oh, yeah. I started in '69, the year after they won a grand final. As a 16-year-old on the wing, and really learned how to play a big man's game.
But I mean, you were against Tommy Sankey's and all of those players. And
Tommy's a wonderful little footballer.
And the Kaisers, as you can say, I'm a Gisborne boy.
Terry Graham, great footballer. Big, tall fella. Take great mark. Played against all them blokes. Played against a lot of good footballers at Lancefield. Bernie Shannon and all them. The Hunt boys, all them sort of stuff. The rivalry was always there.
Yep.
It was always, as, what's his name?
Ryan O'Meara just said,
Ryan just said that it was always drilled in you, never lose against Lancefield. I can always remember, we had some weak teams, and Lancefield had some weak teams too. It was always very, very committed. So
I think your son Paul was one of the first ones that told me that you don't lose to Lancefield. So
that's right.
When I played with Paul 6-7 years ago.
But it's what makes local football strong. Yeah. It's what puts the interest in local footy. I mean, you only look at the crowd today. It's a very special day for the club itself, but it's fantastic to see that as the Richmond theme song going in the background here. Looks like Lancefield are coming out in the ground, but it's what makes local football stronger, these rivalries, and this goes through generations that we've seen. So it's really it's great to see such a good crowd here today.
And it's not just as a rivalry as it is. We used to do the Romsey Lancefield game at Romsey, and it'd be our breast care network awareness game, and the Lancefield girls would always come in and support the club, and just like Romsey is today, supporting Lancefield on their special day as well, where everyone's here to support. So as much as a rivalry, we do look after each other as well.
But I mean, the days you would have gone to school with a lot of the Lancefield boys.
And back in the days, it wasn't unheard of brother playing against brother.
Yep.
Back in the old days. Not all the time, but I know a few had done that. And anybody not too happy with Romsey always ended up here at Lancefield and vice versa.
Yep.
So we weren't far away, 12 k's away, so there was always that chance. I was just saying to the boys before, the rivalry was that strong that I remember reading in the RDFL 100 Years of Football, that there was 1901, there was the police charging into the crowd with horses to keep the fans apart. So that's back 120 years ago. So it was always on. There was a lot more workers around, a lot more players around here.
Yep.
Romsey's had a lot of footballers go to VFL, or AFL and VFL.
Yep.
So has Lansfield in a way, but Romsey's had about 7 or 8 go down there, so they've been a good football club over the journey.
Yeah, and next year's Romsey's 150th year anniversary as well, so this rivalry's been going for 149
We've won the most
years.
grand finals than any other team in the whole league, so we treasure that.
Yep.
It's great. Lansfield's lost the most, so we treasure that too.
No,
I
stick
knew
the
you'd
boot
always,
in them.
you
No,
always leave with a parting gift, Terry. Thank you very much.
All right.
No worries.
Yeah.
Well, you enjoy the
Don't like
day.
the
And
jumper much, but hey, who cares?
no,
Thanks,
they're very smart. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Terry.
Brades.
Well
Very
done.
appreciate it.
So the Lansfield side's out in the ground, and they're nice. They're jumpers. I will say, for our perspective, they look fantastic. A little hard to read the numbers on the back, so we've got our work cut out again in front of us, mate.
Yeah, let's just hope that no one that knows Nathan Malone is watching online and that can stick up for him while we're not here. So we will do our absolute best. Lansfield today have really given us a chop out, given us a truck to commentate from, so we're elevated to help us a bit more with the vision as well.
It has, and 2 weeks ago we were sitting in the marquee freezing our backsides off. Today we've got the luxury of a truck, which is fantastic, and beautiful new electronic scoreboard, so we can actually read the scores. And 2 weeks, a lot has changed.
Yeah, look, at Lansfield, they've always said, every time I've been here, Lansfield are improving. They really have improved this year. And
Against Mountain Centrals, they are really, really good.
And it's not just the team on the field. They're obviously benefiting from the team off field as well.
Yep.
So Lansfield have so much to be proud of this season, and it's really starting to show for them.
So today there will be some ceremonies before the game. There'll be a smoking ceremony with the national anthem we played as well. We've got a special player from Lansfield who's going to be tossing a coin. We'll tell him more about him when he goes out there. It is really a big day. This is the biggest day this football club will have for a long time. The ground is in magnificent condition. No wind to speak of. All in all, we're set for a cracking day of footy.
Yeah, I'm really excited about today. It's a privilege for us to be part of it today, really.
Yep.
We're going to do our best to give it as much justice as we can.
And take into account, we'll go to the game now. I mean, Romsey will be smarting after last week. They kicked themselves out of it and really lost the game. Woodend were fantastic in the way they played it, but gee, they had their opportunities where they were 4 goals up and they missed one from the goal square, and right next to us, to our left of screen, was the Romsey coach's box, which will be interesting to hear what comes out of there today. So I hope the microphones are muted on that end of the trailer. But it's going to be this is an important game for Romsey too. They can't afford to drop this one. That'll be 3 losses early in the year for them. They wouldn't be expecting that.
We went into last week, praising Romsey, how much they'd improved this year, and they have. But
they played in fits and spurts,
and Justin Sherman alerted us to that at the start of the game last week, that they still haven't put together a consistent 4 quarters of football.
Well, the first 15 minutes of the game, they owned it, and then they just stopped. I mean, Jack Jebb, I don't think he could goal for the day, which is really unusual for the league's leading goal kicker. So, and here comes Romsey out onto the ground now. So all in all, we're in for a cracking game here. I mean, Lansfield, see how much they've improved now. This is a different standard than what they played against Mountain Centrals, where they did really, really well. So we're looking forward to this one.
And as Terry Brady was just saying to us before, this rivalry goes back over 140 years, and each and every one of those Romsey players out there now, and each and every one of those Lansfield players, they don't want to lose to the opposition. So the rivalry is just as strong today as it was back then. So it'd be really, really good to see this.
So it's probably a good chance for us to go off air for a while now. We're going to just let the cameraman take control now and look at all proceedings, and we'll catch you in the ball bouncers.
See you soon, guys.
Island people as the first people and traditional owners and custodians of our land and waterways. Specifically acknowledge the Wiradjuri Woi-wurrung people and the Lancefield+Romsey area. We honour and pay our respects to elders past and present. Today marks 150 years since Lancefield first started kicking football around this park. It's rather fitting that we celebrate this anniversary by playing Romsey, two teams who have been playing each other since 1879, when the Romsey Football Club first got going. That continuous history of the competition arguably must stand as some type of national record for football at any level. We thank the Romsey Football Netball Club for allowing us to celebrate this anniversary game on our home turf and for their cooperation in allowing this event to occur. The coin toss. So obviously today we're wearing a red Guernsey for the first premiership in 1888. So on the sash of this Guernsey are the names of the premiership players of that year. We're going to do a coin toss after a photograph that's been taken from up on the roof there. The coin toss will be made by Bern Shannon. Bern was a member of the two premiership teams for Lancefield in 58 and 66. Bern won a power medal in 1959 and won club best of the So we'll get to the two sides sort of around the umpire area. We'll get a couple of photos. We'll get Bern out here to do the toss of the coin, and we'll get the game going like that, a bit of a warm up. Thanks everyone for attending. Hope you have a great day.
And welcome back, and nice ceremony from the Lancefield Football Club. And for those who didn't hear, the coin toss was done by Bernie Shannon, who's a two-time Lancefield Premiership player, 59 bowl medalist and one multi-best and fairest. So fantastic opportunity for him and for the club to recognise Bernie's efforts.
Yeah, really nice touch there by the club to have a past club legend come and toss the coin on a special day.
It was. So let's get into today's game. Who's your tip?
I've tipped Romsey online by 32 today. I think they're class, and also they've got to build up from last week. You know, they'll be smarting absolutely as we see Coach Justin Sherman walk past the fencing to see what he's looking forward to today. So, I've picked Romsey by 32, and I think I'll stick with that at the moment.
Yeah, look, I've gone for Romsey reasonably comfortably too, a little bit more than that. But that's not taking away what we saw Lancefield do. And look, this is a huge day. If this club's ever going to lift, today's the day. Really big day for this football club, and a great opportunity for them to show their wares. So the umpires today, we've got Harley Darmanis, is that right? Darmanin. Your writing is terrible. And Matt Vinolti. I think we got that one.
Let me read it. I can read my own writing.
It's like a doctor.
Field umpire Matt Vinotti. Boundary umpire, our favourite Sideshow Bob, also known as Darren Quirk. Umpire Cody, they weren't sure of his last name, so sorry, umpire Cody for the boundary.
We've got royalty, Adam Isley in the goals.
Yeah, and Andrew Crane at the other end. So good luck to the umpires today on a day as well that they should get a lot of coverage as well.
And we do thank the league for bringing Sideshow Bob for us to call today. He's good fun around the boundary line.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to speak to umpire Darmanin beforehand, and we've we've tried to schedule in sideshow for most of our games. So
we got Rockbank next week or Rockbank Western Rams, the old school there, next week down there. So hopefully we've asked for Sideshow to come down and do that one with us because he does make our day entertaining.
Yeah, and have a look. Isn't it good? Yeah, we're talking about the history of the club. You've got some of the old Romsey faithful down here still thinking they've got the skills. Old Hollywood. Chris Wilson here, I reckon he's just torn a hamstring practicing that barrel then. He couldn't kick more than 10 metres at the moment, Hollywood.
Well,
but
mate,
it's good to think of you reminisce about your glory days, isn't it?
I'll give you a hint from an old footballer, mate. We just get better as we age. We're like wine, we are.
Yeah, unfortunately, too many
Thank God there were no videos to show us really what we were like, but we all think we were superstars.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, there's too many of the Romsey people still around that seen me play, so I can't, unfortunately, tell everyone how good I was.
So today, when we look at the Romsey side, their power is their height and their forwards. We saw the defence last week of... I think it was Robinson and Lucas Fallows, and that's shut down the big forwards for Centrals, but the delivery is going to be a little bit different today coming out of the middle of the ground. Nathan Blair doesn't miss very often.
Matty Burkett was on fire last week.
Another one. So, it's going to be a very different... We'll know within the next 10 minutes if Romsey is switched on for a four-quarter performance.
Yep.
That's the problem with them. They only play in fits and spurts. We're getting 2.5 quarters of footy out of them, and teams have been able to come back. So it'll be really, really interesting to see if they can put a four-quarter together. Be really interesting also to see if Lancefield today can come up and hold themselves together and put on a really good performance, and a very important day for their club.
Yeah, exactly right. We did mention about Romsey's height, but it's all in the front half of the ground. Like their key defenders, Kane Brinkhouse and Nathan Raymond, they're no more than 6'1", maybe.
Yep.
But they play much taller than what they actually are. Nathan Raymond's mid-30s, and he's just going as hard as ever. He can barely walk for most of the week, but he gets up for a Saturday and off he goes. And Chris Petroro last week, that second half, he just tore it apart.
And he was the difference, Petroro, last week.
He was almost a lone hand in that second half.
He was just a bull. He just powered it through. And look, he kept him in touch, to be really honest.
Yep.
When Romsey needed someone to stand up and put the head over the footy, he was the bloke who did it.
Yep. Yeah, they had Matt Burkett in the middle and Chris Petroro in the back half, and they were their two main winners in the second half of last week. So
what will also be interesting today to see how Nathan Hoy, he got a fair hiding last week from Timmy Martin. How they actually responded today, because I dare say during the week Justin would have been having a bit of a chat to him about their ruck work and how, because they tried to outmuscle. Today we got two jumping ruckmen, and this will be really interesting because Tommy Waters has won Bowl medals. He's probably one of the best ruckmen in the competition. He's a jumping ruckman, so we've got two tall, blonde jumping ruckmen going against each other today. So that'll be really interesting how that works.
Tommy Waters, he's not a spring chicken anymore, so he's also learnt with his rough crack as well. If he's got a jumping ruckman who can jump higher than him, he's been using his body as well. So he's got he's multi-pronged that Nath Hoy is really going to have to be on his game with today.
He BOG'd against Melton Central here, so it'll be really interesting to see how he goes. We're in for a cracking game here. Both teams just going through their final parts of their motivation to go out there and put on a great performance. And there's a really good crowd here. I don't know if the camera can pan around to the front of the social club, which he's listening to us, which is good. There's a really good crowd here today.
Nothing's better than going to a country footy ground and
when it means something like this,
seeing every single car park taken up. There's kids running around everywhere kicking the balls, and I love country footy. I love local footy. This is the best thing for it. And on such a special day, it just gives that little extra hype to it as well.
Let me just remind you one more time, you must be non-biased.
Yes,
you've got to remain neutral.
I have been told numerous times throughout the week that I said we last week rather than Romsey.
Yeah.
And, I will just use one little Romsey insight here today. I did speak to a few of the Romsey senior players this week about the ruck work last week and how they didn't seem to adjust to the strength of Timmy Martin.
No.
And you are 100% correct. There was a lot of work put in Tuesday, Thursday, not to mention multiple amount of vision that was sent to their two main ruckmen.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see how they respond today.
Well, Nathan Hoy's a good ruckman. He dominated down at Mountain Centrals and he can push forward and take a big grab.
And he's a runner-up in a Bowl medal as well. So
and he's probably got 3 or 4 inches on Tommy, but Tom's a very smart ruckman. So this is going to be a really good contest. So umpires, we've got the footy. I'll let you kick it off, mate.
All right.
You're local.
Umpire Matt Vanotti will start in the centre today. Nath Hoy versus Tommy Waters. In the midfield for Romsey, we have Matt Burkett, Aaron Patterson, Nathan Blair. For Lancefield, we have Leroy Ristevski, and we have Sorry, he's just trying to turn around, but I'm not quite getting who it is.
Put your glasses on, that'll help.
I'm trying, but he won't turn around and see his number. That's all right. You can see all the umpires are now ready, just waiting for the last people to clear off the oval.
Zach Webb's in there for them.
Zach Webb, that's who it was, sorry. The first bounce is going to set the tone for today, I think.
Our favourite player, Mickey Conlon's out on the wing. That's a namesake. That's a cracker.
That's the best, isn't it?
Just got to get in the gym to look like the real Mick Conlon.
Don't know what we're...
So for everyone, we got Lancefield, they're kicking to the right of screen or the Romsey end of the ground, and Romsey are kicking to the Lancefield end of the ground. Other way around.
Yeah, sorry.
Jack Webb. Oh, it is too. I do correct. Didn't see him down there. Gosh, made a fool of myself early in the day.
Umpire Matt Vanotti sends the ball up. One down by Tommy Waters. It's kick forward by Lancefield. The ball's in dispute. Centre wing, Aaron Patterson goes in hard. Ali Khalil picks the ball up cleanly for the first clean possession today. Handball's inboard. Ball is sent forward over the top of Ben Way, looking for Jack Jedwab, but it hits him on the chest. Great start to Romsey.
Use the hands, one kick, one mark, one handball.
And Ali Khalil there, in and out of traffic, was perfect there. A little nimble foot.
Perfect start coming up for Romsey here, Jack.
And Jack needs this. He didn't really get near it last week, and he was, from what I've been told, was absolutely filthy with himself. So this will be a great start for Jack if he can nail this.
So he's about 35 metres out, directly in front. And this will be a great start for Romsey if Jack can kick this. In he comes. Those orange boots, they want to kick straight. And he's wheeling it home, but it's gone left. That's the first score for the day. So Romsey have kicked 1 point. And we've got Ned O'Connell for the Lancefield with the ball. Brings it in, kicks it out the far side in front of the new scoreboard. Looking fantastic out there. They've taken the mark. Last time they were quite brave with their use of their footy. Played on, kicks the ball long. And that's a good grab by the Romsey players down there, and that's Jackson Kinnear. Brings the ball into the middle, down to Patterson. Patterson by hand, hands it off, but it's going to be a free kick given to Romsey here. Big ruckman, Nath Hoy. Hoy gives it over. A rough-looking kick, and there's an opportunity here now for Romsey, and that's down through DePetro. Pops it up high, looking for a mark, but the Lancefield boys have got enough to push it out. And Leroy Petrescu, one of our favourite players, works the ball out of bounds.
I don't know if that was the smartest move by Aaron Patterson. Takes the mark in the forward, in the midfield, and handballs off to Nath Hoy running past. But
no, don't give it to Ruckman. It's simple rules.
So Ben Way will take the ruck here for Romsey, up against Tommy Waters in the left forward pocket for Romsey. It's a very shallow throw in. Sure, he's going to call it back. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's not sideshow, is it?
That is sideshow.
That's
not the start we were hoping from him.
We've pumped him up all game.
There he goes
again.
There he goes.
Reset sideshow.
Looking forward to this.
That's a much better throw in. Tommy Waters wins it down at the back. Ball's been smothered off the boot there from Romsey, and it's wrapped up immediately from Lancefield. And it looks like it'll be a repeat stoppage about 20 metres out from Romsey goal. The push and shove starts. Riley O'Meara, Nathan Blair started off there.
Umpire with the ball. Tap down by Romsey. Good tackle by the Lancefield players. Jedwab's on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire's going to ball it up again. Right on the boundary line in the forward, virtually in front of goal for the Lancefield Romsey side. Throws it up. One down by the Romsey ruckman. Good tackle. And the umpire won't see what he's going to do here, but he's actually going to ball it up again, right in the middle of the ground.
Strong tackle there by Will DePetro. So, fourth repeat stoppage here in Romsey's forward line.
We're used to calling these.
Ben Way again wins the tap out. It's a big punch clearance. Ball goes out to Sam Wilson, can't quite pick it up. It's turned over. Purcell lays a huge tackle on Lockie Giles.
The umpire's going to pay for a kick.
Yep, a non-controlling umpire's taken that.
Jack Dalgleish it is.
Sorry, Jack Dalgleish. He transfers out wide, looking for and finding Fellows. Fellows looks down the outer wing. It's going to be called to play on. Chip set up forward, just passing the 50 line. It's been turned over. No, it's been gone out of bounds in front of
Jackson Kinnear couldn't take the mark. So sideshow Bob again.
Come on, sideshow. Got plenty of screen time today.
He's come in 5 metres. He's worked it out.
Romsey ruckman Nathoy stays well away from Tommy Waters there and too far away. Can't even get near it. Waters takes the ball out of the ruck. Handballs over to Ristevski. Ristevski, the short kick doesn't hit the target. It's in dispute on centre wing. Lancefield side. And the ball will be wrapped up and thrown in, ball up just inside the boundary line on the outer wing.
So centre wing. Umpire throws it up. Hoy taps it down. And that's handballed out of bounds by Riley O'Meara. And we're going to have a ball thrown in again. Centre wing. Hoy versus Waters.
You can hear the instructions being shouted by Romsey coach Justin Sherman there.
No money in the swear jar just yet. And that's Hoy wins it down, taps it down. Waters just rows it himself, puts on his boot, kicks it up into the forward line. It was going to be a free kick over the shoulder. Not paid. Not allowed umpire, Paul. You've just got to keep calling them. And this time we're going to ball it up, and we're on the half-forward flank for the Lancefield side.
Umpire Matt Vanotti has got to get a sore shoulder the way he's going at the moment. He throws it up again. Waters wins this one down, but his ball just kicked back, bouncing around in a crowded pack. Picked up by Romsey, handballed it out towards Petroro. Handballs back to Raymond. Raymond on the right foot, sends it out wide, misses his target, and ball goes out of bounds in front of Matt Burkett.
So one thing you notice about the Romsey side, they don't use the hands a lot. They tend to want to kick the ball.
And the first time they did was Ali Khalil in the first minute of play. Look what happened. So
yeah, they sort of need to be able to run it out of defence. Hoy just taps it down. Lancefield got the footy. Kicking it down into the forward line, and here's an opportunity for Petreski. Drove is a shocking kick. Handball out by Burkett. Over down to Blair, and Blair's going to push it out of bounds. And Jack's in front of Jackson Kinney, who's been busy early for the Redbacks.
Yeah, Nathan Blair was another one who was really well down last week as well. So
Sideshow Bob's getting a workout.
He is. He's getting some practice in. In comes the ball in. One down there by Hoy at the back. Burkett runs into Nathan Blair. Handballs to Rastevsky. Rastevsky handballs off. Lancefield flying shot and head to the centre of the 50. Handballed over. O'Meara
good
fires
kick.
in the pocket.
Very good kick.
And
that was Jack Radford who done the kick. So here's an opportunity. And they need to get this on. So this will be a great start for them. Runs around.
You know who that is, don't you, Paul?
No, that's
our great mate, Nathan Malone.
Oh, the wonderful commentator himself.
Our great mate.
Our Facebooker. Malone hit the post.
So the score is 1-1. 1 point, plays 1 point, 6.5 minutes into the first quarter. Ball's brought in by Khalil, marked by Blair. Back to Khalil. Looks down on the wing for an option. Ball was bounced just in front of Marcus Tucker. But he's
good tackle.
Oh, he's a big boy for under 19. He's a big boy.
And worked it out. So another young prospect for the Romsey side doing well early on. Is it a boundary throw or is it a ball up? I'm not sure. That was a ball up, is it?
Harley Darman's called it. Thank you for the cameraman for clarifying that with us. We couldn't quite see. So the ball goes up. Waters jumps early. Hoy stayed down, wins the tap out. Ball's in dispute. Comes down to Alex Simpson. Ball's turned over to Petroro, who's tackled down sharp. Alex Simpson racked up again. It goes to Luke Malone. Luke Malone sends it deep and a free kick downfield. So I'm assuming it'll go to Benny Bryan, or is it Radford who's going to take the kick?
Radford, I think it is.
Just waiting to see who gets the ball here.
No, he's throwing it back over.
Yeah, so it will be Benny Bryant. So he played really well against Melton Centrals. He was their real key forward. And he had very good kicker style on that day. So let's see if he can continue and kick the first goal of the day.
First goal on your club's 150th day. There's one to remember for a Trivial Pursuit game.
In comes Brian, keeps it low, and he's managed to make the distance.
That's a risky kick. I tell you, when you got Nathan Hoy sitting down there as well.
We've just gone 8 minutes in the first quarter, and Lancefield leading 1-1-7 to Romsey 1 point. It was a poor decision there by the Romsey player to push out Luke Malone after he kicked it and paid the ultimate price.
How many times does Romsey give 50s away? They're pretty good at it. And I know they like being competitive at the ball, but gee whiz, sometimes you just got to be smart.
Yeah. So we got Ben Way in the ruck here this time. So Nath Hoy's already having a rest. So Ben Way, older body, big, strong around the body, around the ball as well. So this will be a good test here for Tommy Waters.
They're going to work Tommy over today.
Yeah. Ball goes up. Tommy Waters wins that tap out down with a huge jump. The ball is bouncing around there between O'Meara and Purtzell. Ball gets sent forward, bounces over top of Kane Brinkhouse. Ball's in dispute. Wrapped up there about 45. Kane Brinkhouse has gone very high there.
That's undisciplined play. Yeah. You're better than that, Kane.
Yeah. So Lance will have it about 45 out.
And this would be a great start for them. They can get 2 early goals here. That's a really good opportunity for them.
Well, as they say, there's no pressure like scoreboard pressure, is there?
I think this is Lukey Malone. In he comes. No, it's not Malone.
It's a good-looking kick, though, and he's nailed it.
Actually, I think it's Ned O'Connell. I'll do it again. Number 11. And off he comes. That's the hardest part about playing footy today, is you kick a goal and you got to run off.
Yeah, but at least he's on camera, so he gets a little bit of screen time as Romsey rings the changes as well. So on for Ned O'Connell comes Ali Rintala, and then for Romsey on comes Liam Muir and Callum Sankey. So the score is 2-1-13 Lancefield to 1 point Romsey.
Good start for the Tigers.
Umpire Harley Darman throws the ball up. One down again by Tommy Waters. Get the jump on Ben Way there. Ben Way picks the ball up. He's wrapped up immediately.
It's a free kick going to Tommy Waters, is it? No, in the middle of the ground. And it's down to Lucas Fellows. Fellows just kicks it long. Looking for a big marking contest down there for Radford. Ball hits the deck. Romsey got the numbers. Always a high tackle. No, it hasn't been paid. I'm seeing it very differently from up here today. This is the thin air from being on the back of a truck. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, we're up too high.
Too high now.
The ball goes up. Way's caught behind, but wins the tap out down towards Purcell, who can't quite pick the ball up. Keeps his head down low. Wrapped up immediately there by the Lancefield player with a strong tackle. Purcell couldn't gather the ball in time. Ball goes up again. One down by Waters out towards the boundary line. It's chased down there by Luke Malone. Sends the ball deep forward.
Oh,
and
good
that's
grab.
a great, strong grab there. Just waiting for him to turn around, and that is Callan Randall, I think.
Big number 25. Yep, you're right.
So Callan Randall will line up from about 35 out straight in front.
This is not the start Romsey would have been hoping for Lancefield.
No.
Kick the first 3, and he comes and has kicked it.
Yep, straight at the umpire. Doesn't have to move too far.
What a great start for the Tigers. 3 goals, 1. Leading Romsey 1 point, and we've played about 10 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah, I think that might be his distance, though, because that ball just made it over that goal line. So if Romsey should keep an eye on that, because if he's any further out, they want to have someone tall in the boundary line.
If you have a look how these things are happening at the moment, this is all done through Tommy Waters just smacking the ball into space, and that's what they're doing. They're not bringing it down for Ali and all these guys to get in really close, or Burkett. They're pushing it out wide, and they've got runners going out wide, and that's why they're getting these opportunities.
Yeah, I think they need to try and take the jump out of Tommy Waters here. I'd be standing close by and trying to stop his big leap that he's got there.
So
and
Waters
go to
again
again.
just smacks it forward, and that's what they did, and there's a free kick. No, he hadn't paid it, but the Romsey are going to try and run it out here by hand. Ball hits the deck, it's in dispute at the moment. In goes O'Meara, working hard for the Tigers. Out it goes Ali. Pops on the boot as one of the Romsey boys, and it's kicked up off the ground, and they're going to be run it out now. The opportunity out through Ned O'Connell. O'Connell's been pressure, and there's a free kick downfield. He was dumped by Ben Way after he got rid of it. They just need to clean this up a little bit, Romsey.
So the ball we brought in by Ristevski with the left foot, goes over the top of all the players here at the back. Kane Brinkhouse tracks it down short. Hands a dangerous kick, but it's great. Straight to Darcy Lockins, the centre half back. Darcy Lockins goes out wide. You got 2 here. Aaron Patterson misses a simple chest mark. Ball is picked up by Seamus Mena. Ball is dispute. Mena goes back, picks up again, mops up his mess. Handballs over the top to Aaron Patterson, who's wrapped up immediately. Too
tackle,
high.
but got him.
The handball's off to Nath Blair running past. Blair sends the ball in looking for Jack Jebob and finding him straight on the chest. There is nothing the backman could have done about that. No. That was a great kick, Nath Blair.
They used their hands and they got themselves out of trouble, and that's what they've got to do.
Young Seamus Mena there. He got in, made a mistake, but went straight back in after and made up for his mistake. So well done, Seamus.
They're getting sucked into the footy a little bit, Romsey. They've just got to work themselves out and hold someone out and hold their ground to give them that out, because at the moment they've got 3 players going for the ball.
So in comes Jack. Right, it's a tough kick. He's near the boundary line, about 45 out.
Those orange boots. And
he's kicked it beautifully there, and Jack's has given it straight to the crowd as well. Well done, Jack Jebob. So he's back. 3-1-19. Plays Romsey 1-1-7 in a 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
Good goal. Well used of hands. And it gives them the opportunity. That's where Romsey has strength. I mean, we've seen Romsey butcher the footy by foot a lot this year. start using your hands and run it out. They've got the speed. I mean, Cully and all these guys, they are super quick players, and so is Blair and Purcell and these guys. They can run. So
I think Nate Blair would like you called him quick. I don't think he's ever been called quick before, but he's quick of mind. I don't know about quick of feet, but
he's quicker than us.
And Nath Hoy's been brought back on as well. So, like you said, they are ringing the changes up against Tommy Waters here.
Yeah, they're going to work him today.
The ball goes up here. One down by Hoy. Blair gets the clearance. Sidesteps in, sends another one deep forward, looking for Jack Jabbob again. Strong hands from Jack.
He's taken it again. If they're going to let this go, nothing can stop that.
Well, that's his third mark inside 50 in the first 15 minutes here.
Well, he could be lining up for his third goal. I mean, he's had opportunities and missed them. So this is a really big... and they need this one, Romsey.
And this is another clearance from Nath Blair, who we said earlier had a down day last week. And
but they've also worked out Tommy Waters is just smacking it forward, and they're holding one back now to stop that play.
So Jack will kick this from just probably 45 on less than a 45-degree angle here. Much easier shot than his previous one. In he comes.
The easier, the harder they are to kick.
Yeah. Jack does this for fun, the vice-captain of the club. In he comes. He's off to the left-hand side again, same way he missed the early one today. So that's 1-2 for Jack in the first quarter, and it's 1-2 for Romsey. So 1-2-8, trailing Lancefield 3-1-19, 15 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter.
So Connell with the ball. It's a nice little short kick out into the pocket. Tigers with the footy. Oops, and down goes our score sheet. Dalgleish had it. Kicks it long. And there's a fight down. Hoy gets it, wins it out down to to Blair, and that's a good tackle. And off they go. They played advantage, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, and that's unfortunate. So Romsey with the ball wide.
In comes Brinkhouse, brings it in, switches the ball across. It's a bad turnover there. The ball's in dispute.
Major malfunction here.
Goes out to Aaron Patterson, who can't quite get the handball off. Out goes to Seamus Mena, handball off again. Again, they're running it by hands, exactly what happens. Off to Raymond, back to Mena, but it was too fierce of a handball there, and it goes out of bounds. Right on the half-forward flank for Romsey there.
We've had a major technical issue here with our players list falling down on the ground and smashing into a million bits, so it makes life a bit interesting early on.
So umpire Sideshow Bob throws the ball back in. Gavin Cathy in the ruck this time. Purcell wraps up the Lancefield player, spills it, handballed out from Patterson to Petroro. That left foot going towards Jack again. Well done, roved in the middle there. Out towards Sam Wilson. Wilson handballs back to Jack. Jack Jebob over the back, looking for Darcy Lockins and finding him. Strong mark from the young fella.
That's why we could train him at Gisborne and give him to you guys.
A Romsey local just went to Gisborne for the under-19s. That's all it was.
Keep trying to sell that to me. You're not going to get it.
So Darcy will kick from 35 out, pretty much straight in front. As Romsey continues to ring the changes, off comes Corey Purcell.
So Lockins, probably about 30 metres out. Being generous with sight, you want to buy real estate from me.
On comes Matt Burkett, so ringing the changes here.
If we train him well, he'll put this straight through the middle. And as usual, Trick Gisborne boys, we train them beautifully. So there's another goal. So 2 goals to Romsey, takes them up to 14.
Plays 3-1-19 Lancefield.
And that's Darcy Lockins first. So it's been a good game so far. 6 goals kicked in the first, or 5 goals kicked in the first quarter. And moving the ball around nicely, both sides at the moment. This is a good game of footy.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes, Romsey really upping the use of hands here.
Yep.
Running the ball out of congestion rather than trying to just kick it forward.
And they've worked out the centre a bit too. I mean, they're not letting them just belt it forward and run onto what Tommy's been doing. So a bike comes in, throws it up. Waters just taps it forward. Down there, once again, rode the ball himself, just put it on his boot, kicked it down into down to their forward line. Looking down there for Fellows, who was working hard, and there was going to be another throw in. And we're in just between 50-metre line and the half-forward flank for the Lancefield side. And Bide tosses it up. Hoy and Waters. Hoy just taps out the back. Well sharked by the Lancefield players on his boot down there. Out to Fellows. Fellows is working out in and out and around. Ball hits the deck. Numbers have been pushed through and it's been brought out by hand by the Romsey players. This is what they're starting to do now. Kicks the ball long down, but he's kicked it out of bounds on the full, and that's a poor kick out of defence and gives Lancefield an opportunity. Centre wing.
So Lansfield bring the ball in, right on centre wing. Long kick forward, gets to about half forward flank. Big attempt
jump.
at Screamer, but doesn't get the ball at the back. Raymond's been caught high. I thought he got caught holding the ball there.
That's be 50 metres, will it?
No, I think he was quite lucky there, Raymond. I thought he dropped the ball, but Nath Raymond will get the ball at half back flank for Romsey. Assesses his options. Does the one thing I tell his son not to do, and that's look across goal. Goes short to Nathan Hoy at centre half back. Nath Hoy now turns around. He's been called to play on here. Another short kick to Aaron Patterson on the outer wing. They haven't really gone too far, but they're just keeping possession of the ball. Patterson goes down and out wide there.
That's the second time coming out of defence they've turned it over like that. They really got to clean this up. Ball's brought back in by Lansfield, and that's not much better. And that's going to be thrown in again, and we're about just inside the 50-metre arc and Lansfield into the ground. Yeah. They need to clean that up, Romsey, and they need to clean it up quickly.
Yeah, Will DePetro was out there for that pass. It just didn't hit the target. So
they're so good by hand. Why are they doing that?
So the ball will be thrown in just inside the 50 for Lansfield. Tom Waters versus Nath Hoy. Waters over the back.
Oh,
great running pass there by Riley O'Meara, was it? And it's a great finish.
That is a sensational goal.
That is the set play I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Great play.
I think that was Riley O'Meara. So that is Lansfield getting back on board there after Romsey had hit 2 in a row. So that's now 4-1-25 to Romsey 2-2-14.
Beautiful tap work from big Tom Waters.
And well read there by I'm pretty sure it was Riley O'Meara.
I hope so. I've given him the goal on your call. So 4-1-25 leads Romsey 2-2-14. We played 20 minutes. Won't be much time left in this quarter. Umpire throws it up. Advantage to no one, but they just come powering through. But it's kicked out of the centre of the ground by Blair. An opportunity for Romsey here now, but working back is Giles. Brings the ball back in, but they've got the numbers here. Good set of hands over to Blair again. He's just kicked it to no one, and that's a shocking kick. And it's gone out of bounds on the full, and it's a free kick to Romsey, to Lansfield. That's about the third or fourth out of bounds on the full that they've kicked.
That's a dead set shank, that one.
He's better than that.
Well, he has shown in this quarter some of the bullet passes he hit Jack Jedwell with. He is a great kick of the ball. That was just a shank. Great handball by Ben Way there to really open up that inside ball. So the ball will be brought in the right forward pocket here for Romsey by Lansfield. Kicks it up high and doesn't really go anywhere.
That's not much of a kick either. And the ball's going to be out of bounds. Just Lansfield's side of the new scoreboard, which looks fantastic, let's be honest.
Just gone 22 minutes, so the siren must be due any minute now.
It's hard siren to hear. Sideshow Bob throws it back in, gives it everything. Tap down in front, but it's down there. Good tackle. And we're going to go nowhere. We're going to have another ball up right in front of the scoreboard. Lansfield 4-1-25, lead Romsey 2-2-14. Up it goes. Tapped down by Waters. Kicked out along the ground by Lansfield. And they've got numbers here, and out they come now.
Good pressure there by Chris Petrora again. Really stopped that forward movement then.
Zach Webb's working down there, working hard for Lansfield. They're hard to see, these numbers on these new jumpers. Let's be honest, it is hard to see.
They were hard on their old numbers as well, though. So
tapped down by Way.
One by Blair. Blair sends it out of the stoppage forward.
Here's an opportunity. Now they've got to run it out by hand. This is where they're good. There's an opportunity to push out the wing, but he's come back around. We've got a 2-on-1 on Waters. Hand off. Good play. That's an ordinary kick going forward. Romsey got the numbers out of the back, and that's Hoy's working hard in there. And there's our little favourite down there, Petreski's working. He's a little machine inside, isn't he? Great tackle as well. Great effort, Leroy Petreski. The umpire's going to throw it up.
Was outnumbered there, Leroy, so he's done a really good effort for his team. Hoy wins the tap out down. Taken out the back by Petrora. Handballs off to Patterson, who drops the ball, who's wrapped up immediately. Oh, he's called to play. Oh, off to handball comes out to Leroy Perestevsky. Sends the ball long on his left foot. Looking for and finding Benny Bryant. No.
He dropped it, did he? He did too. The umpire's going to ball it up just inside the 50-metre arc for Lansfield. We couldn't be much time left at all. If they get one more here, this is going to be a great start for the Tigers. Hoy just taps it out over the back. Romsey have got the numbers. Oh, that looked like a bit of a throw there, but here we go. Lancefield with the last-minute opportunity. Retreski's working hard in there. He's got people over the ball, and they're just going to keep force forward. Here's an opportunity, and that's down by Benny Bryant. That one, he's missed it, and he was unlucky.
There was almost something out of nothing there. Ball's brought in by Khalil, looking for Purcell. Purcell takes the mark, plays on, sends the ball down, looking for and finding Menino. Spoiled well there by Lansfield. Picked up by O'Meara. One back by Lockins, chips the ball over the top.
Now's an opportunity.
Romsey's out here. Callum Sankey picks the ball up, and there goes the siren. As he was heading long towards Ben Way.
What a great
siren
quarter.
Beats him.
Great quarter by the Tigers,
Yep.
particularly 4 goals, 2-26. Romsey 2-2-14. And Romsey got themselves to blame. They kicked it out in the full a few times, some shanks at goal. But when every time Lansfield had an opportunity, they took it.
And that's the thing. Like, nothing against that. We can't say Romsey let Lansfield play that way. Lansfield were that good on their own back there, so well done to them. Credit all goes to them. But Romsey just need to clean up some very, very basic skill errors. And Tommy Waters is dominating in the ruck at the moment. He's out jumping and he's out bodying the Romsey ruck.
And he's tapping it forward, and they're just pushing through, and they haven't woken up.
Yeah.
Last week they didn't wake up.
Against Timmy Martin, they didn't wake up either.
No.
So, sorry, as we just rearrange our technical difficulties back here, trying to get out.
If people could see what we have to work with, they'd actually be nice to us.
Well, I don't know if they'd be nice to us.
Nicer.
Yeah.
Everything's broken there. We've got an opportunity now. We're looking all right. So, look, a really good quarter. If I was the Romsey players, I reckon you're going to get a bake, because that wasn't up to scratch for them. They had their opportunity, and their kicking skills coming out of defence is really ordinary. They really are ordinary. So, and they've got to clean that up. They're better than that. If you're not doing it well by foot, do it by hand. Just bring it out by hand and run it. And they did it a couple of times, and they got some goals.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think that knowing Justin Sherman, he will be reiterating that advice as well, that they can do it, and they just haven't done it often enough.
No, not at all.
But Coach Timmy Batten would be bloody happy, wouldn't he?
Very happy, but they're one-dimensional the way they're doing it a little bit too. Retreski, gee whiz, isn't he a good little player? He just keeps. He's a machine. He's only a young footballer too. He's only 19 years old, from what we were told. So he's a Tommy Ward's dominating as usual. And around the ball, Callan Randall, they're just bulldozing the ball forward, and that's how they're getting their goals, and good on them.
Yep. So why didn't you read out the goal kicker to us there, Paul?
Oh, I knew you'd do this to me. So Benny Bryant's got 1 for the Tigers. Riley O'Meara's got 1. Ned O'Connell's got 1, and Callan Randall's got 1.
Not sure where that laughing's coming from, but
It's everyone laughing at me, are they?
And Romsey?
Darcy Lockins has 1. Jack Jedbob's got 1, and that's the 2 Romsey goal kickers.
yeah. So obviously they will. I'm not sure where.
Getting a bit of interference here.
Okay, I think we're good now. Sorry about that, guys. Look, as you can see, they're splitting into their lines at the moment. Romsey, they are all got places, things to work on at each line, whether defensive, midfield, or forward line. They've all got things to work on. Jack had 3 easy shots there. Nails the hardest one out of the 3 of them.
They really, look, to be honest with you, 2 things they've got to work on, Romsey. Bringing the ball out of defence and doing it cleaner, and they've got to clean up the centre.
Yep.
Because their forward setup's going all right.
Yep.
When Jack's leading, giving themselves opportunity, and then the other one was young Darcy Lockins, who's always dangerous down forward. He's getting opportunity too. But they're getting a cane in the middle of the ground, and they just turn the ball over in defence.
Yeah, and look, like last time we were here when we watched Lansfield versus Melton, Tommy Waters dominated around the ground with his disposals. He hasn't done that today, but his tap work out in the centre clearances and around the ground stoppages is just providing as much effect to him getting a disposal as without him actually having touched the ball.
And he's crumbed his own ruck a few times too, which is a really good trait. Nathan Hoy doesn't do that. He just he taps it and then stops, where Tommy will keep working forward and pushing the ball forward. Really good quarter by Lancefield. That's the best quarter footy I've seen them play this year. They've got to keep it up for 3 more. As we know, Romsey go in fits and spurts, and they really doesn't look like they've got themselves rolling just yet.
Yeah. And unlucky for our mate Nathan Malone, hit the post there from his snap. But we can't all be perfect, can we? So good luck. Good luck to Nath out there today. What besides the skill errors from Romsey, what do you think is going to be the telling point in the second quarter?
Romsey's got to clean it up, as we just said before. I mean, if they can start bringing the ball out of defence clean, it's going to be hard. You can lose the centre and still rebound off half back, but they're not even rebounding off base. You can see Justin is reasonably
animated.
Yeah, I'm glad we haven't had a microphone out there because we don't really need one. We can hear him from here, but and rightly so, they deserve a kick in the bum because they're not performing as they should, and there's basic skill errors are killing them.
And it is great to see, as much as it hurts me being a Romsey boy, it is great to see the Lancefield locals so happy here at the football, seeing their team playing really attractive football, really aggressive football.
That nasty Romsey streak you have in you.
I am really happy for this because, again, they've been a club.
I'm not sure you're being sarcastic or fair dinkum.
I'm being 100% fair dinkum.
No, I'm not buying it, mate. I'm sorry.
They haven't been as deep in the Wellows as what Western Rams have, but for a long time they have been down, and it has showed where they haven't had a lot of crowds here all the time. But
I'll say at the end of the game, if the score's around the same margin, I'll see how you're feeling there, because at the moment I'm not sure you're being genuine or sarcastic.
When I take the headphones off, it might be a different story. But no, right now I am very happy for Lancefield.
You've gone through 2 boxes of tissues. You're that upset about what's going on here at the moment.
No, come on, it's only 1 quarter. Come on.
Might be 2 quarters very shortly.
Yes, as the Romsey locals take their precious time to get off the ground.
It's like a funeral procession as they're walking off.
Yeah, they're all picking who they're going to have a bake with, I think. So I don't think they want to go anywhere near the Lancefield Social Club at the moment with Lancefield on top.
That's where they're all going. Good to see the local footy show here today. Got the A-graders come down.
Geez, it must be an important day then, eh?
Wow, it is.
They've got some positive reinforcement.
It's a pleasant change, I tell you. We cop it more than anyone.
Now, I hadn't really noticed in the previous games we were here, but out of that centre bounce, geez, these midfielders were getting the ball deep in their forward line at both ends. So the centre half forward line is almost not irrelevant, but they have to be on their toes because the ball's getting kicked straight over their heads.
But you only look at the setup. I mean, look how Lancefield's setting up.
Yep. Nice and deep. Very deep.
They've got a lot of room, a lot of space for them to walk into. And when you set up with a half-forward centre line like that, you actually got to push them back because they're charging through the middle. So they're actually when they're getting the disposal, they're getting it from the back end of the circle. So when they're kicking it, that's where it's landing. So it's actually a good play.
Yeah. Which it did make Jack so dangerous in that first quarter because one kick out of the centre circle and it was hitting him 20 metres out. Ball goes up. Waters wins it straight down again. Down to Luke Malone, who sends the ball forward. Jackson Kinnear for Romsey takes the mark in front.
Every bit of that.
And he did not like that attention at all.
No, and fair enough too. But that's exactly, we were just talking about it then, and look where it landed.
Yep. So he sends the ball inside of centre half back for Petroro. Wheels around on that left foot looking for Lockins. Lockins takes the mark on centre wing. He heads it forward, looking for Jack Jedwab there, who comes charging forward. Sticks the hands up, but it's well spoilt there. Ball hits the front. Burkett runs through, misses the ball, picked up by Lancefield, sends it back, and it's all Kane Brinkhouse there, just on the defensive side of the centre circle.
So Brinkhouse kicks it out to Raymond out wide. Now he's got a paddock in front of him. Let's see what he's going to do with this. But it's a short little kick, being careful with the disposals, and that's out down to Nathan Blair. Blair kicks the ball long, looking for Jedwab in those good hands. He takes the mark. He's about 40 metres out in front, but he doesn't have the orange boots aren't kicking that straight today.
That's another inside 50 from Nath Blair.
Both times he's hit Jack.
If he kicked the way he was kicking towards goal, the way he's kicking towards Jack, he would have nailed that one from outside 50.
Could see your fan club turn up, wanting money out of your wallet for his canteen.
Yeah, and to see he brought all his friends too. Dad won't say no.
You're loaded, we've been told.
So in comes Jack Jedwab here. 35, possibly out straight in front. Kicks on the way. And the umpire does a little bit of a dance, but it's gone straight over his head.
That's the Jack we know.
So Jack has 2.
And, they're just waxing him and Blair. It was a beautiful kick.
But this is the exact same way they started the first quarter as well. You know, it was straight to Jack in the first minute.
But they missed.
Yep. But we
This
need
time
to
they
keep going for another 23 minutes. This is the problem.
Who's we?
Romsey, sorry. So that's
just
the
clearing that up.
That's the third time I'll get another slap on the knuckles here from the Riddle Footy League. Sorry about that, guys.
You're not one-eyed, eh?
This has got to be another 20-minute performance. Can't be a couple-minute performance there. So the score is 4-2, 26 Lancefield to 3-2, 20.
Let's just see how they handle this centre contest. Up goes the ball. Waters wins it forward, taps it forward into the advantage of the Lancefield. By hand, back to Waters, who just kicks it deep, looking for a marking contest. Romsey going to win the sprint to the ball. Will it sit up for them? Kali. Oh, absolutely well done by Retreski. Kicks it down, and it's a mark. Oh, he's paid it. Oh, that was, gee whiz, Benny Bryant. You're very lucky. And that, I love the name, Leroy Retreski. What a great effort. Now they need to kick this AFL style around the corner and straight across the face, and he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
And doesn't Sideshow Bob love it too? Had a great back arch there as he watched it go over his head.
Sideshow Bob, we love him. He's our favourite boundary umpire.
So Ali Khalil will bring the ball back in here from the left back pocket for Romsey as the ball gets returned.
This is where Romsey have got to be brave. The fat side of the ground is absolutely vacant at the moment. Someone's got to push out there and start working. They're just kicking down the line.
Brings it in short and finds Jackson Kinnear right on the 50.
Kinnear with the ball. Nice short little kick looking for Patterson. Patterson's going to go across the ground, looking down for DePetro. Kicks it into the middle of the ground, looking for Blair, who's spoiled and who's got a free kick. He's been pushed fair square in the back by Riley O'Meara, who's doing a bit of work on him. Blair kicks it out now, looking down for Tassari, who we went to play on. Now he's using it. Hoy, the big ruckman, kicks, handballs it over to Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse looking down for Jedwab, but well done. Great mark in defence down there by Callan Randall. Kicks it out wide. Good punch over the head, but they're going to win the contest here. Lancefield in front, working hard, picks up by hand, goes out to Malone. Malone's tackled hard, and they're going to turn it over. Holds the ball up, just works his way out of the contest, and that's down to Jackson Kinnear. Kinnear with the ball, brings it over to Carly. On that big right, kicks it long, looking down to her for a marking contest, and that's a great grab by Darcy Lockins. He's been really dangerous forward.
And we spoke about Darcy before we come on air today about how smart of a footballer he is.
Yep.
There's not a lot of him.
No, but he's good overhead.
And he's strong of body, but he also loses his player in traffic, and his player had no idea where he was there, went looking for body contact, and then comes Darcy straight at the ball. So Darcy would be 20 metres out straight in front. 20 metres probably even been a little bit generous to him as well. So when he comes for his second goal of the day, kicks it straight over the goal umpire's hat. Great start for Romsey here. That's 4-2, 26, plays 4-2, 26. So we're all tied up here again. I don't know if Kane Brinkhouse found himself lost there, kicked that ball in forward 50. I haven't seen him that far up for a long time.
They're on this quarter.
I didn't say that. My one eye is open, all right? I didn't say that. I didn't say a word.
They've been brave with their ball use. They're playing on quick. They're not just kicking down lines like they did in the first half.
And exactly right. The link-out play here was so quick. Didn't give a chance for Lansford to get back. And even on the outer wing, Nath Raymond quickly the ball up to Burkett. Burkett out the back, switches in the midfield, and off they went. They didn't give a time for Lansford to reset.
Yep.
So we're just having a pause here while umpire Harley Dunman does up his shoes. It's a good man, Harley, come over and says hello to us every game. And he's promised to give us Sideshow Bob as well for the next game.
Week, so Harley, we want Sideshow.
We love Harley. Umpire goes up. Nath Hoy wins the tap out down to Blair, who doesn't take possession, hits it over his back, but it's sharked by Lancefield, sent forward. Ali Khalil in front, attacks the ball hard. Handball misses Burkett. Ball goes back. Will DePetro picks the ball up. Handball's out wide, looking for Burkett. Picks the ball up, is tackled immediately. Ball bouncing around here. Picked up by Lansford at centre half back. Wrapped up by Purcell. Handball goes back across. Finds Blair. Blair with a scrubby kick forward. Misses everyone. Jack lays a tackle on no one. But he's got away with it, and the ball will be wrapped up here. No, ball goes out of the contest from Jack. Out to Purcell. Snaps around on his right foot. Ball goes high. Ben Way in front. Drops the mark. Marcus Tucker is in there as well. And the ball will be thrown up in the right forward pocket for Romsey, about 15 metres out.
Take a breath, mate. You're getting very excited as we're running into goal there.
I love a Corey Purcell goal.
Benny Way against Waters. Waters wins it down. Ball smothered. Out they come by hand. Down looking out there for Mitchell. Takes the mark. Handball's off. Pops it out wide. Romsey going to have the numbers, but Lancefield going to try and clear it by hand. But there's a turnover out to Hoy. Lancefield turn it over again. They're just trying to force the ball forward, but Romsey got the numbers again out through Kinnear. Kinnear, they kick the ball looking for a big marking contest, but it's going to be cleared by the Lancefield players. Off the ground they go, forcing it forward to Leroy. Working really hard around the contest. This is where he's dangerous. Good tackle and put a lot of pressure on. There's an opportunity for a turnover now.
Aaron
Patterson, he just threw that forward. That wasn't a handball. Petoro, 1-2 bounces on that left foot, looking down for Jack Jedwab, who's got a 2-on-1. Tommy Waters will work down there to help him out. And out they come now through Renalta, out wide. And that's our mate, little Nathan Malone, isn't it? No, he's just run onto the ground. We've got to be nice to him. On the left. Looking down, but he's kicked it out of the full. That's another one. Gosh, they turned the ball over a lot out of the full there. Romsey going to bring it in. Great opportunity, 2-on-1 marking contest. Off by hand, down through Pertzel, kicking long, and there's an opportunity for the little fella again. I thought he might have taken it, but he hasn't. He's handballed it over, and it's a turnover from Simpson. Lancefield are going to bring it out now. Short little kick, pushing out hard down there is O'Meara. The ball bounced poorly, and that was Petoro, sorry. And then Ben Big Way's taken the grab, brings it back into the middle of the ground. And there's an opportunity for the Redbacks to get another one this quarter. This will be their third goal for the quarter.
Smart football there by Ben Way. He was deep in the pocket, found Nath Blair all alone, inside 50. But isn't Petoro good on that left foot?
He did, and 3 bounces down on the wing. That's what he did last week. He just kept pushing it forward.
And he steadies up so well before he delivers that ball.
He's walking in front.
As he walks in front of us here.
Huffing and puffing.
So in comes Nath Blair, about 40 out. Kicks that one beautifully. Straight out of the umpire's hat. Gives a fist pump as well. So Romsey hit the lead. 5-2-32. Plays Romsey. Lancefield 4-2-26. Huge start here. Huge response here from Romsey this quarter.
3 goals to nothing in this quarter, and that's a really good. Well, it's a good response. They've cleaned it up. They're coming out now, they're hitting their targets where they're just bowling them out in the full.
I think you can also sort of tell that from the lack of voice we've heard from Justin Sherman this quarter, because he seems to be quite happy with what he's seeing at the moment, Justin.
Justin's been coaching long. Coaches are never happy. You can win by 35 goals or find something wrong.
So, a couple of people that we mentioned last week that were struggling with Jack and Nathan Blair, they've really come out today. They've bounced back really well. Pertzel's been good. Ball goes up again. Waters wins the tap out down again. Ball was wrapped up immediately by Will DePetro.
Well done.
Ball's on the ground. DePetro picks it out, but he's tackled immediately. I think it's a throw at the back. Comes to Tommy Waters, sends the ball forward. Ball bounces right in front of Ben Bryant. Handballed over from Darcy Giles. Comes back to Darcy, about 45 out. Sends the ball long. Brinkhouse versus Radford.
Grab.
And Radford just too strong and too big there for Brinkhouse. Marks right on top of the goal square.
He plays undersized Brinkhouse every week, and sometimes you're just not going to beat him against strength like that.
This will be the immediate reply to the Nath Blair goal that will bring them back to equal pegging if he can nail it from the top of the goal square.
You putting money on him?
Yeah.
Commentator's curse.
But the way I've been punting today, so that's probably not a good thing. So in comes Jack, will be kicking from 15 metres out. Left boot, umpire didn't move. He sent it a long way to the car park, so that's Jack Radford's first today.
Yep.
I think it was the 15-minute mark just before the animation came up the screen there. The scores are all tied up at 5-2-32.
Good quarter of footy.
Really is.
Romsey have had the chocolates this quarter so far, but she's all tied up score-wise.
And really, that's sort of what matters in the end, doesn't it? It doesn't matter who. You're not drawing pictures for people. It's just a scoreboard at the end that you've got to look for.
That's right.
Romsey have bounced. Lancefield have bounced back exactly how they needed to. So
look at Sideshow Bob and the speed. The flames coming out of those heels as he works his way into the middle of the ground.
He could get a game for the Queensland State of Origin team with that rugby pass then. Well done, Sideshow. Umpire Matt Venotti here. Ben Way's in the ruck here up against Tommy Waters. Ben Way goes early, wins the tap out down, but Waters wins the clearance. Sends it deep forward. Ben Bryant versus Nate Tassari. Jackson Kinnear come across and drop the ball. Ball's in dispute. Handball over the back. Finds our mate Nath Malone this way, that way. Turns the ball over. Whoa, hope no one says that on Facebook.
You're a hard man.
The ball goes out for Lockie Mitchell. Ball comes back inside. Ball is bouncing around between players here. Picked up by Romsey. Matt Burkett on the left boot. Finds Kane Brinkhouse right on top of the goal square. He's been called to play 50.
On. Okay.
He chips it over top to Callan Sankey. Still deep in the 50 here for Romsey. Sankey sends it out towards the boundary line right in front of us here. Purcell with the spoil. Patterson at the drop of the ball. Handballs back to Purcell. Back to Mena. Can't quite gather the ball and is taken out by Leroy Ristevski. He's a bull up close, isn't he?
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're standing on the mark, unless you're 5 metres back, you cannot go sideways. They've got to be 50s.
I don't know if we do the stand rule in the RDFL, do we?
Sideshow Bob. Beautiful throw, and that's probably the best for the day. Way taps it down. They've got the opportunity here now through Patterson. Puts on the boot, just kicks it long, looking for the marking contest. Wow, spoiled out by the Lancefield players. Pushing it out wide, and the ball's going to be thrown in centre wing on the grandstand side of the ground.
Romsey take the opportunity here to have interchange with Burkett coming off, Nath Blair coming on, so it doesn't make it any easier there for Lancefield. But Ben Way versus Tommy Waters. Look at Tommy Waters. He's got the front position here. He knows exactly where Ben is. Wins it down. It's sort of a neutral tap out. Gavin Keith comes bursting through the pack. Can't pick it up. Waters does. Handballs out to Darcy Giles. Ball goes back to Ali Khalil. Handballs in quickly. Out the back comes Purcell on the left, looking for and finding Darcy Lockins. Oh, that's almost 50. No, umpires let it go. So Lockins on the 50. Sends the ball in deep. Jack Jedwab's here is outnumbered. Goes up high. Ball comes to ground. That's Sam Wilson, I believe, comes out of the pack there and has scored a point. So Romsey hit the lead with that singular point, 5-3-33.
Romsey aren't going to like this. I think it's Nath Blair coming off with a shoulder injury.
He's just got on the ground too, so...
Yeah, he's hurt himself out there, so...
The ball's been turned over the background and Jedwab takes a mark right on the 50. Sorry, we were distracted there by the injury.
So Jedwab, he needs to kick this.
This will be a big kick. He'll be kicking this from 52.
So we've played 14 minutes into the second quarter. We're only got 5 or 6 minutes to go.
Although the last quarter went for 24 and a half minutes here.
No, I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know. We kept thinking it was the end of the quarter, but it just kept going. So in comes Jack on the outer side wing, outer side half forward flank.
He's had his opportunities today. He should have a few on the board. In he comes. It's a good-looking kick.
It's gone across the face.
And he's missed it to the left. So that takes Romsey to 5 goals, 434. 2 points up on Lancefield, 5-2-32. And we've played 14 and a half minutes into the second quarter.
The ball brought in by Lancefield, short into the left back pocket. Play on, looking for Ristevski. Ristevski strong in the contest there.
Good tackle.
The ball. Purcell is wrapped up immediately by Darcy Giles. Ball goes out the back and is taken out of bounds.
Good pressure by the Lancefield side. They put enormous pressure on the ball carrier, Lancefield. They did this against Centrals, and they're doing it again today, so it's well coached. In comes the umpire's going to throw it in. Waters versus Ben Way. Way just belts it over the back, looking out for Petoro. Ball smacked along the ground. Out to Purcell. Kicks it long, too tall for Jack Jedwab, and it's going to be a good mark in defence by Fallows, who's had a good game. Kicking out wide. Spoilt well by the Romsey players, but Lancefield are going to clear it up and bring it out wide. We've got a 2-on-1 here. He's got to be careful what he does here and just going to work it out of the boundary. And that's a good result for Lancefield. They're outnumbered. Centre wing, we're going to have the ball thrown back in.
So directly opposite us here at the commentary.
May as well be a mile away.
Ben Way versus Waters as well. This time Ben Way's got the front position. They both lock arms. Ball's up. One down by Way. At the back is Khalil. Handballs off to Petroro. Petroro on that beautiful left foot. Kicks out wide looking for Marcus Tucker. Ball bounces the wrong way for him. He's wrapped up immediately by the Lancefield player there. He's dragged it back in. Ooh, very lucky.
Good pressure.
Strong tackle by Ollie Bryant there.
So Way is actually going a lot better in the ruck than Hoy was against Waters.
He's using his ruck smarts and his age and experience here. One down by Waters. Ball picks up by Ristevski on that left boot. Sends it with a scrub forward. Spoilt from Kinnear down to Ali Khalil, who's a front and centre. Takes a bounce. He's off the speedster. He's run a long way. He's run a very long way. And he's turned the
good
ball
play.
over there. They've got 2-on-1 in front of Jed Bob here.
Lachlan Giles, well done. Giles is going to bring it out down to O'Meara. Meara's got the ball for Lancefield. Right on the 50, looking for something short. He's looking for Malone. No, it's not Malone. That's who we got here? Simpson. Into the middle of the ground. Kicking out wide, looking out for down here for Nick Simpson. The ball goes too far over his head, and he's going to be well tackled and brought over that boundary line. That was good pressure by Corey Purcell for Romsey. Yep. Right smack in front of the Romsey coaching box.
I hope the cameraman's nice and tight there on umpire side show, Bob, here.
Yes.
Give him plenty of camera time, man. Look at the biceps on him as he throws it in
It's a
deep.
big throw.
Tommy Waters runs from the back here, straight down to Keith. He's wrapped up immediately.
Oh, we are impressed. This is one of Bob's best performances.
Yeah. Look at those cannons just bursting out of that green singlet. The ball goes up again. One down by Waters over the top of Burkhead. At the back, Petroro sweeps around the back. Handballs off, finds Ben Way. Ben Way on the left foot. He's got good skills for a big man. Finds Burkhead in the middle. Burkhead plays on immediately. Looking for Jack Jebwell. Oh, spilt an absolute sitter for Jack. There's one there by Tucker on the ground who can't get rid of the ball. Went this way, that way. Ooh, he's very lucky. Very lucky.
When you want to take 2 or 3 side steps around whilst you're standing there, you are going to be gone. But the umpire's going to throw it up. Ball's tossed up. Tapped down by Waters. Looking for an opportunity to clear the ball. It's just enormous pressure on the ball carrier, and they've tied it up. We're going to throw it up. We're going to do it all over again, about 30 metres out from the Romsey goals.
So Gavin Cathy's in the ruck here, doing the forward ruck duties.
He's been quiet today, Cathy.
Ball comes down. One there by DePetros.
Oh, now that's got to be holding the ball. Yes, he's paid that one.
That was Gavin Cathy.
And 50.
50.
Oh, gosh, sometimes when they lose it, they just fall off Romsey, don't they?
Didn't give the ball back on the full, put it on the ground, and umpire was there right there to see it.
In a close game.
It's only a very short 50 too.
Yeah.
So ball goes inside from Lancefield. Mark just inside centre wing there by Mickey Conlon.
It was our favourite.
Sends the ball out. Finds his opponent on the finds his teammate on the bounce. Handballs over the back. Petroro again. It's just too strong out of the contest on that left foot. Swings it down, looking for Lockins. Lockins versus Waters. Lockins, well done, wrapped around the head, surely.
I tell you, it was good play by all of them, because Tommy Waters actually could have split him in half if he really went to the man instead of the contest. Brought the ball to ground, but Lockins in the work rate just to hold the ball in was fantastic.
Considering he did overhead, well done.
Tossed it down. Lansfield has got it, and there's another really good tackle. Grabbed the arm, had him nowhere to go, and we're going to toss it up again.
And exactly what the AFL like to see. Didn't sling him to the ground there, Aaron Patterson. He protected him.
Night in the Swans-Carlton game.
Ball goes up, one down by Waters, down to Patterson. Ball goes out the back to DePetro. DePetro sends it deep forward, looking for Nath Hoy. Body gets out the back. Jack's on his feet still. Jack runs into an open goal.
And has...
Yeah, he's kicked it. That's Jack's third today. So he's kicked, 3-3 today, I think Jack has kicked.
Good play.
Yeah, Romsey needed that. They need to go into half-time here with a bit of a lead. They've dominated this quarter. It needs to be on the scoreboard as well. So that is now 6-4-40. Plays Lancefield 5-2-32. 20 and a half minutes gone this quarter. So maybe 3 minutes left, roughly.
Look, as Lancefield coach, you'd be looking, we're falling down across half forward, and they are. The ball's getting to half forward and bouncing out pretty quickly. So they need to do something about that. Whether they bring the big fella up to Radford, up to centre half forward and use him up high.
I would actually bring Benny Bryant up forward and to centre half forward and get him high up the ground and running back, because he has the agility to do that.
Patterson just kicks the ball long, looking down for Hoy, who's got the set, and that's a great grab.
The big man, the big fella, gets up and down.
Round on his right foot, and he tries and drills it to Jack Jabwa. What a great... I didn't know Ruckham could kick a ball like that.
Surely cameraman can get us a replay with that. That was a great effort there by Hoy. Look at them all get around him.
Yeah, no.
He needed something too, Nath Hoy. He hasn't had the best
Jack's
day.
Fourth.
Nath Hoy needed something today, so this might be the starter that he needs going into the half-time.
Well, that'll be on the highlights reel.
It'll be on Nath Hoy's anyway.
We're throwing out a really big hint to the cameraman who does them. Jadwab coming in for his fourth. The orange boots are starting to find their target. Saying it, I've probably just mozzed him. No, he's
snuck it home.
On. That's a good one. That's Jack's fourth.
So that's 7-4-46 now to Romsey. Plays 5-2, I think it was it? No, it's just, we're just waiting for the animation to come off the scoreboard, guys. Sorry about that.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah, 5-2-32. So it's a 14-point lead here to Romsey. 22 minutes gone in the second quarter, and that's about right, I would say.
Yeah, they've dominated the quarter.
Yeah. And Lanceford dominated the first quarter too, so it doesn't need to be a big margin for it to be a fair reflection, but this is probably about right.
And a lot of that's due to the way Ben Way's gone in the middle of the ground. He's actually nullified Tom Waters a bit.
So he's up again here, Way versus Waters.
Waters
goes
over
early.
the back.
Way doesn't even contest that. Tries to stay down. Raymond immediately wraps up both Lanceford players with the ball there.
So what's happening? Romsey have picked up the man at the back's getting the foot in, just putting pressure on it.
Yep.
They've stopped that. So Waters has got to try and clear a lot of this himself.
So to clear the muddy waters, you reckon, Paul?
Yeah, so
He does. He takes his own clearance, ball out of the ruck, sends it out wide. Ball comes back, though, to Romsey. Burkett handballs over top to Raymond. Raymond strong in the air. Handballs off the ground, doesn't hit his target. Goes back to Burkett, who's driven into the ground. And the ball will be thrown up.
So Romsey also
side of centre.
aren't getting sucked into the contest like they were in the first quarter. They're pushing out and giving themselves space.
Ben Way goes very early. Comes back down to Patterson. Patterson takes the ball out of the clearance. Finds Sammy Wilson.
Now there's not much time left here. If they can get one more goal, this will be a really handy lead coming into half
It's a
time.
poor kick going forward, though. But it's spilt by Lansfield. It's in dispute at half forward for Romsey.
We're going to have
Seamus Bennett is dumped into the ground there.
Now that is a dangerous tackle under anyone's definition of it. Slinging a player like that and they're just letting each other know down there.
It's great that these under-19s from both teams, though, they're getting back up and they're not scared of the contest, are they? Get straight back into it. Hoy's gone for another specky in the ruck contest there and went nowhere.
Now this
the
is
ball
where they're
out from
dangerous.
Raymond to Petrora from 50 on that left boot, sends it long but missing.
Nice,
Bounce
set
on
up.
its point. 2 versus 1 here. It's cleared away from Lansfield. Looking for... Oh, it's a dangerous kick.
He's
Goes forward. He's fallen over as well. Patterson with the spoil. Comes to ground. Ball has been extracted somehow there by Patterson, who's wrapped up immediately right at centre half forward for Romsey.
Wouldn't that have been a great goal if that one went through for him?
Was all set up for that beautiful left boot. So in the ruck, Ben Way versus Waters again. Way runs from behind, gets front position, but Waters clears it out the back. Ball bounces on his point for Petrora. Handballs out to Burkett. Burkett on his right foot. I've never seen that before. Smothered before. He could even get off the boot. Great follow-up tackle there by Burkett.
And now that'll lift his team. If anything will, that will.
He's a tireless worker, Burkett.
Matty Burkett with the ball. There's a player free out in the middle of the ground, but he's gone down, kicked a short one. Down there to Wilson. On the right foot, just kicks it, looking down there for little fellow, and then it's going to come out through the Lansfield players. Oh, there's a good tackle there, good pressure. Ball out to Waters, who's working hard again. Runs into a brick wall. Down to our little mate there in Malone, who's working hard for Lansfield. Comes back out. There's an opportunity here. This is one long quarter. Here's a goal opportunity if they were seen one, but there's great goalkeeping on the line, and it's been saved on the line by Lansfield.
The old legs of Nath Raymond there couldn't quite get over the top.
Looking where to go. There's really not a lot for him. He's going to kick it out here, looking for something safe.
The 217s,
217s, and it's been well marked by Kinnear. Kinnear kicks it long back in, and that's a great grab by Tom Waters. Just going to try and slow it down, but he comes out wide. Ball hits the deck. Ali Khalil. Back and forward he goes, but it's going to be a turnover. Now there's a great opportunity for Lansfield. One bounce, kicks it up high, and that's put all the players in pressure. And there's the siren for half time. So Romsey 7-4-46, lead Lansfield 5-2-32 at half time, and what's a really good game of football.
Another long quarter, 25 and 3/4 minutes there. So, well, they're obviously getting plenty of playing time out there today. And we said just before the siren went that was about reflective of what we think the game should be, about 14-point lead to Romsey so far.
Yeah, and look, it's all Romsey dominated that quarter then. Best players, like Lansfield, Tommy Waters is dominating in the middle of the ground for him. Our little mate Leroy Petrescu's had a terrific game as well.
Speaking of your little mate, what do you think of Nathan Malone? How do you reckon he's gone?
He's had better days in the office.
Do you reckon he probably not a fan that we've called his number right today, or?
I'm not saying nothing, mate.
But And again, best players before the injury. Nath Blair was right up there. Jack is causing all sorts of trouble. If he had his kicking boots on, he would have already had 6 by now.
Yeah, but Blair's been smacking it down his throat, and now Blair's off, and his arm's in a sling, and that's not a good look because that shoulder. That's not a 1 week injury that we've got sitting in front of us here, and they've got a couple of big weeks coming up. So, and that's a big loss to have that. And 2 of those goals were just bullet passes out the middle. And Hoyt too.
Yep.
You know, I mean, that was a bullet pass, great grab and bullet pass as well. So we'll leave it here at half time. We'll let everyone have a break from our dulcet tones. As Lancefield, Romsey, are up by 14 points. So 7-4-46 and Lancefield 5-2-32 in a great game of footy.
We'll see you.
Let us know when you're ready. And welcome back to Lancefield Park for their 150th year, where we see Romsey 7-4-49 leading Lancefield 5-2-32 as players make their way out to start the third quarter. Tone, what's your take on this one, mate?
Yeah, well, Romsey really asserted their dominance in that second quarter there. Unfortunately, the bad news for Romsey is Captain Nath Blair's gone off with a suspected broken forearm. So that's him done for the day. He's off to get some scans shortly. We've spoken to Justin Sherman and says that they've got to change a few things around, but Nath was on fire in that second quarter, or in the first half really, drilling the ball down Jack Jedwab's throat multiple times. But we can see this quarter, one of the changes they've put is Nath Raymond, one of the experienced players here for Romsey, straight in the midfield, probably doing the Nath Blair role.
Benny Way's hobbling off.
Yeah, that's just the way he runs for an old man.
That's a Cliffy Young shuffle, that.
What does Lanceville need to do to counteract how Romsey performed in that second
they've
quarter?
got to pick it up across half forward. It's just rebounding out too easily, and a lot of that is also due to Petoro, as he's just killing them across half back. He's in the middle of the ground at the moment, but they're dominating across half back, and they just need to find an avenue through there. Once they get into the deep in their forward line, they're in with it. They've got opportunities. Radford and they're big bodies, but they're just not getting enough feed.
He's an interesting player, that Petoro, isn't he? He just seems to pop up everywhere. You don't see him move around the ground, but he's always in the right spot. So whether or not he's just using his smarts to get there before we notice, I don't know. But he's not overly quick, but geez, he gets out in space very, very quickly. Umpire Darmanin throws the ball up. Waters wins the tap out down to Ristevski, can't quite trap it. Raymond at the back swings the ball out to Callum Sankey. Sankey handballs forward for Patterson. Patterson out to Purtell. Backwards to Khalil using the hands this way, Romsey. Back in board. It's a dangerous handball to Sankey. Couldn't quite trap it. Ball's turned over. Ristevski handballs to no one. Tries to follow it up himself. Does get it himself again. Well done, Ristevski. Purcell gets in front and takes it out of bounds.
Oh, he's a little bulldog, Petrescu, isn't he?
Well, what were we calling him last week?
The Wild Man
of Borneo. That's his name.
He does look like it too, with the beard and the scruffy hair.
And the shoulder tape and the big, thick thighs on him.
Hoy against Waters. Oh, that's a good toss-up. Pushed out. Waters worked out. Hoy underneath the ball, puts on his boot, just kicks it down, looking for an opportunity. Comes out down to Simpson, works into the ball hard. Good tackle, and that's going to be a free kick to Romsey, and that's Petoro. Brings it into the middle of the ground. Down there looking for Raymond. Out wide, looking out there for Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse on his left. Puts it up, the ball's gone over everyone's head. Lockins, and that's
strong.
Good. They're using their hands a lot more this quarter. You can tell that already. Puts it up, opportunity for Jedwab. The ball falls at his feet, and the Lanceville are going to clear it out. By hand, comes out down to Nick Simpson. Simpson turns around, a dicky little kick. That's not going to be 15. The umpire's paid us. Oh, that is not 15. And off they go again. Down there, out through Fellows. Brings the ball along, looking for our little mate, Nath Malone. You want to do something good here, and he's fallen over. Picks the ball up, and that's a great opportunity. And here's a mark down into Darcy Giles. So Giles is about 40 out. This is going to be right on his range. That's 40, not 40. I'll take that back. It's about 30 out. But it's right on his range.
I'll start buying real estate from you, I think, Paul. We have given Nathan Malone a bit of stick today, but he did give that very good handball out there, right on half-forward flank.
Right, I think we're all square now.
Yeah, I think so. Go ahead, Nath. So Darcy Giles brings that ball in, and he's kicked it across the face.
And needed that. Would have been a good start for him.
Would have been a great start there for Lancefield. So Khalil, designated kicker in he comes.
Oh,
no, he stopped, yep.
He's down the middle.
Short, looking for Raymond.
Oh, danger.
And there's turned over immediately. Benny Bryant handballs over the back, looking for Darcy Giles again, who handballs again over. And it's kicked the goal there by Lancefield. Not exactly sure who that is at the moment.
When he turns around, we'll get a good look at it, because they're hard to see with these numbers.
Yeah, the cameraman's doing all he can to help us out, but the guy just won't turn around. I think
I'll watch him. You watch the play.
Could be Lachlan Mitchell, I think, number 17.
We'll give it to him. Everyone's just holding their hands up there, not sure who it is. Yes, we think it is Lachie Mitchell. You might be right.
So the ball comes back to the centre. Waters versus Hoy again. Ball goes up. Waters wins it down. Big tap out down. Raymond at the back. Gets the ball. Tackled immediately by Ristevski. Could have been called holding the ball there. Handball's up to O'Meara. Back to Ristevski. Sends the ball forward. And has found Darcy Giles again. Handball's off to O'Meara. Sends it long, but it's gone across the face of goal. Bounces on its point. And it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket here for Lancefield.
I think we might have given Darcy Giles' goal to someone else, I think.
Did we?
Yeah, I think it might have been Darcy Giles who kicked that, and not Lockie Mitchell.
So the score is Romsey leading 7-4-46 to 6-3-39. 4 minutes gone in the third quarter. Umpire throws, beautiful throw in there. One down by Brinkhouse to Patterson. The ball's handball back into a dangerous position. Ball's bouncing around, a lot of pressure on the ball here. Handballed out by Kinnear to Patterson. Sends it long, looking for Cathy. Flies from the back, but doesn't get anywhere near it. And he's spoiled over the boundary line. No, it's kept in by Romsey there. Handball's turned over to Robinson. Robinson sends the ball in forward, and he has found O'Meara. So Riley O'Meara chips the ball up. It's all Romsey there at the back. That's a free. Got to be a free kick or to grab whatever you want to pay. That's taken there by
Muir.
Liam Muir, one of the under-19s. Off to Brinkhouse. Sends out wide, further, looking for Khalil. Ball bounces. Zigzags on the outside of the boot. Sends it forward. Bell bounces over the back, looking for Marcus Tucker. Leading back in the race against Dalglish. Just can't beat the boundary line. Umpire Sajay Bob puts a stop to that play immediately.
Right on centre wing, we're going to have another throw in. Waters. This time he's up against Gavin Cathy. Waters taps it down the front. Looking down there for Purcell. Oh, someone's had his head absolutely ripped off from the body. Lancefield's going to have the free kick. Brings it into the middle of the ground, but it's not a great kick. That's a poor kick. Out wide, looking down here for DePetro. He's under a bit of pressure, but they've got the numbers. Hands it off, looking down there for Lockins. Lockins puts it in the middle of the ground, chasing out to Muir. One stopped out down there to Raymond. Puts the ball up high, but there's going to be a turnover, and Tommy Waters doesn't drop these, and he's a centre-half back with the ball. Looking down there for some options. Not much is moving. There's a spare player in the middle of the ground, but they're playing very much the corridor, Lancefield, at the moment. Looking down there for the big fella in Lachlan Mitchell, but the ball hits the deck, and out they come now. They're trying to run around one way, then the other, and that was young Lucas Fellows. Ball hits the deck. They're working pretty hard in the middle, and another throw-in, mate.
Another forward foray by Lancefield, spot by Petroro there with the spoil. So
that half-forward line's really giving them some grief.
Yeah, that's, we said earlier that I'd be bringing Ben Bryant up, a bit like what Romsey did last week with Jack Jedwell. Get him up around the ball, use his skill, use his agility, and then he can push forward deep and cause more havoc that way.
And it comes down to Randall. Kicks the ball high and long, and the ball's going to be another throw-in. DePetro's been really dominant across Vitoro's been really dominant across half-back for Romsey. He's the one giving him all the drive.
There's big Benny Way warms up on the boundary line trying to get back on. That needed him here. He was big in that second quarter against Waters.
Oh, great tackle. Gee, that Lancefield tackling pressure is enormous. Young Darcy Giles in laid a really big, heavy tackle.
Let's go, umpire sideshow. Big and a big heave in. Come on. Gives it the biggest heave he can. Probably the best one of the day so far. Goes out the back. But it's just a scrap at the moment. The ball, everyone is under pressure. It's got to be a free kick to Lancefield. It had to be, surely.
Yeah, so should be paying. They're going to be
was
careful.
That Cathy? I think it was. That threw him out of the pack.
He's getting a little bit frustrated. It hasn't been his greatest day on the park, that's for sure. And that should have been nearly downfield, that free kick. Lancefield with the ball. Push back. Time off being blown. Drives it long, looking for a big grab. Ball hits the deck, though. Crummers at the front, but it's going to be cleared out by Romsey. Out down through Raymond.
Out to Petroro. Petroro comes back inboard, finds Patterson, jams on the boots. Absolutely no one.
Gee, that'd be frustrating.
It's lucky at the back to Lockins. Darcy Lockins with the pace. One bounce, just speeds away from Dalglish. Two bounces, run to the open goal, young fella, and kicks his second. Well, that came from nowhere as well, because that kick from Patterson was poor. And Ollie Bryant, he was all alone from Lansfield then. He just didn't read the ball and just about over his head, and then off it went.
Yeah, Justin would be frustrated because they came out and all their forwards are pushed up, but they all pushed up into the one area instead of someone pushing out wide and giving them another choice or holding the ground. Lucky bounce. Came over the back, and young Darcy Lockins, another Gisborne player. Just throwing them all out there, mate. You're the Romsey boy.
So Romsey leading 8-4-52 to Lansfield 6-3-39. 8.5 minutes gone in the third quarter here as Petroria comes off for a well-deserved rest. Ball be thrown up here. Hoy versus Waters. Waters wins it down straight to Luke Malone. Great package, who streams through the middle, heads long. The two Lansfield forwards spoil each other there. Tassari gets the ball. Handballs out to Brinkhouse, who jams on the left boot, just looking for anyone. Kicked it out of bounds on the full. So Nate Tassari, he's another one of the Romsey defenders that plays undersized but just continues to apply pressure.
So that's Jack Dalgleish who's got the ball now for Lansfield. He's going to be looking to kick it to the hot spot. There's a lead on, and it's good turnover by Romsey, and out they come through. Tassari kicks the ball long over the back. Good punch forward. He's brought the ball to his own advantage, brings it on his foot. Ball's punched forward again. There's not a lot happening at either half-forward line at the moment. Lansfield's got an opportunity here. Ball's kicked long, but it's going to be a good intercepting mark, taking defence down there by Brinkhouse. On his right, kicks it long, looking down there for Wilson. Ball hits the deck, but it's come out really good. Lockie Giles put a lot of pressure on it, and Darcy's brother's in there too, and Lockie's on the bottom of the pack, and he's been given a free kick.
He played for it, and the non-controlling umpire fell for it there. So
did the Wee Footy Club come into play there?
No. I said he played for it is what I said. Ball's kicked forward. It's bounced forward into Lansfield's 50. Another scrappy possession out to Khalil. Uses his pace as he just pushes the ball forward, keeps it going forward, takes a bounce. He's gone about 30 metres. Kicks it over the top, looking for Jedwab. Finds him on the outer half-forward flank. Jedwab turns around as all Romsey stream forward. Looking for Lockins. Lockins, he can't quite take it. And the ball runs out of bounds in front of Jack Dalgleish.
He had Sam Wilson out free then, and didn't lower the eyes well enough.
Yeah. Oh, Darcy Lockins is playing very well today. It's pretty easy to attract your eyes to the young fella. So in comes Sideshow Bob. Left forward pocket. Gives it a big heave. Cathy out the back, one down by Waters, but he's wrapped up immediately by Cathy. Good follow-up work there.
Go for another throw-in, another ball up.
If the ball does spit out here, you've got a very big height disadvantage. Ben Way versus Ariel Rintala at centre half forward.
But Darren Robinson's dropped into the hole in front of Jedwab. There's that quick kick out. They've got to be careful here. By hand, just tossing it around everywhere. Lansfield going to try and clear it, but along the ground, just kicked out down there by Lachlan Mitchell, and the ball's going to be thrown in again. Just between half-forward and a 50-metre arc for Romsey's end of the ground.
Very much volleyball-like at the moment around these stoppages, and the ball's just bouncing around, pinging left and right, left and right. No one can take a clear possession.
And you only go, look, it's like under 10s footy. They're all over there. We're on the fat side of the ground here. There's not a soul over here.
Looks like there's been a change. Nath Hoy's gone forward for Romsey. Cathy into the ruck. Waters wins the tap-out down. And again, it's just immediately wrapped up. No one has any room to breathe here.
No. See, Romsey need to push out and give themselves a bit of room here at the moment. Hoy's gone down deep. Lockins is pushed up into centre forward area. Waters with the ball, just trying to shuffle forward and pushes it along the ground. Now Lansfield are out. Here's an opportunity. Into the middle of the ground, into the wing. By hand. Nice left foot, looking for a great marking opportunity, but they need crummers. Well, there's 4 Romsey players to one of the Lansfield players. Ronaldo has got it, and it's been a snapshot at goal there by Benny Bryant, and he's missed. And that's Lansfield, 6-5-41, trailing Romsey 8-4-52, and we've played nearly 13 minutes into the third quarter.
The ball is chipped out to outer wing there and is spoiled right in front of Seamus Manor. So the ball goes out in the half-back flank for Romsey.
They just need to clear their forward entries up, Lansfield. Thrown in. Way, taps it out. Lansfield got the numbers. Good tackle down there by De Petro, and the ball's going to be balled up again.
I think that's one of the first ruck stoppages I haven't seen Tommy Waters go up in, and Ben Way just used his height there to smash the ball forward. You see Tommy Waters here on the outer wing, manned up on Nath Hoy. Ben Way wins it down and again decisively, but it's sharked by Lansfield, sent forward. Jack Radford just splits the pack in half and ball hits the deck. Romsey on the ground level, wins out by Tassari, out to Kinnear, jams it on the boot looking for Wilson, but his ball goes over the back. It's contested here. Wilson able to trap it up, but he tackled immediately and jammed into the ground there by Reece Barber.
But what Jack Radford
and Reece Barber's giving you one, and the Romsey boys aren't liking that.
Well, throwing him out, the umpire will pull a free kick out of here somewhere. Well,
ball goes up, smart by the umpire there. Tommy Waters, no one on him, takes the ball out of the ruck, kicks it high in the air. Ball just goes up and down the chimney, down to Lockins. Lockins gets his head ripped off surely there, umpire.
Clever play because he just bent the knees and backed into it.
Yeah, Purtell.
Oh, he's off and it's holding the ball. It's free kick the other way. Play on. No, umpire's going to pay advantage. Oh, this is a mess. Darcy Giles was off.
It's called ball up.
Oh, no, it's got to be a free kick to Lansfield. That's wrong.
Well, we're all confused by the looks of that. Ben Way goes up versus Waters. Way gets in front, taps it down, looking for Purtell. Was sharked by Lansfield and wrapped up immediately by Purtell there.
There's a couple of frustrated boys at the moment. A free kick needs to be paid just to clear this out.
Yeah.
Umpire throws it up. Way, Waters taps it down the front. And there's going to be a good tackle, tied him all up, and we're going to do it again.
It's good follow-up work by Waters, isn't it?
He's very good at that. He's done that all day.
Wraps him up immediately.
Waters and Way again. Way taps it out the back. Good play. Romsey got an opportunity to clear the ball out, but Lansfield are fighting hard and brought the ball back down. They're going to hold it up in their middle. Oh, be careful, young Corey Purtell.
Yeah, he's getting a bit frustrated.
You don't push someone like that.
Way gets in front, but it's one down by Waters, who smashes it forward towards Khalil. Ali Khalil can't quite trap the ball. Lansfield have the numbers here on the ground. It's big Jack Radford wrapped up immediately by Raymond, who's getting paid a free kick. Paid advantage. Tassari sends it out to the middle of the ground over Wilson's head.
There's an opportunity
Wilson's got to get back. So it's Reece Barber, handballs backwards. Finds Randell. Randell's ball's smothered. Ball's in dispute. Wilson wrapped him up immediately. That's got to be holding the ball, surely. He's been able to get out of it. Ball's been handballed in to Lockie Mitchell. Sends it forward for Lansfield. Ali Khalil just lost track of the ball there. Wasn't watching. Ball's come back to him, though. It's Khalil versus Luke Malone. The ball's just jammed in between the two of them, and they'll repeat the stoppage at centre-half back for Romsey.
Starting to get a little bit willing.
Yeah, and
a little bit of niggle.
Romsey leading 8-4-52 to Lansfield 6-4-40. 16 minutes gone.
Waters just punches it forward. Here's an opportunity for Lansfield out through Malone. He drives the ball forward, but that's good play out there by Muir for Romsey. Kicks the ball out wide, and Wilson has the ball. Kicks it out, looking out for the big ruckman out, and Nathan Hoy. Hoy turns around in his right boot. A spearing pass over the back, but it's been intercepted well by the Lansfield side. Out they come. Lockie Mitchell kicks it out wide, looking for the wild man from Borneo. We love calling him Leroy Ritreski. Leroy just brings in the middle with a bit of a shake kick. That was lucky to be 15.
It was lucky to be 10 metres.
Oh, dear.
Riley O'Meara's
got the ball.
Chips it forward again. But it's cut off by Callum Sankey. That's gone about 8 metres, that one. He's paid that as well. Yeah. So Sankey now looks forward, keeps over the top, looking for Aaron Patterson, who's just come on. Big height advantage there between Patterson. Jedwab comes charging, the ball gets pushed straight in the back. Umpire calls play on. Patterson's back in there on the bottom of the pack as always. Comes out to Jedwab, out to Seamus Meta, who's got some clear space. Sends the ball forward, looking for but not finding Darcy Lockins. Great mark there by Lockie Giles.
Jack Dalglish actually, and there's 50. No. Something's happening off the ball. Jack's not real happy about it all. Dalglish kicks the ball long, looking down here for Fellows. Ball hits the deck. Here's Jack Jedwab, hands it out to the big ruckman on the left foot. Just a shake kick, and it's a very lucky kick. And a mark's been taken by Sankey.
I'll give that to Benny Way. Usually smarts with the inside of the left foot there.
No, it was a shocking kick. It just had to fall into a Romsey.
There is no way you could say that was on purpose.
Honestly, is he your neighbour? He must be.
No, he's a very good friend of mine. His son plays in my team as well.
Well, that explains why he just wrapped up. Yes. That was a shocking kick.
There is no way you could absolutely say he meant that. No. So Sankey's going to kick this from just inside 50 here. It's going to be a big kick for the young fella.
He's well bandaged up.
And he comes, it's a little bit left. It's coming back.
He's got
a kick, and he's gone straight to the crowd too, Callum Sankey. Romsey now 9-4-58. Plays 5. Is it 5 or 6? The animation keeps coming on the wrong time for me to say that.
That will break Lancefield's heart because they have had that ball in their forward 50 for 3/4 of this quarter, and a quick turnover and bang, out it comes as another goal to Romsey.
So it's 9-4-58, plays 6-4-40, 19 minutes gone in the third quarter.
They're starting to open a handy little lead now.
Callum Sankey, he's another under 9.5, but he's buried himself in this senior lineup. He's that good, and he's going to be a very good player for this in this league going forward.
Up it goes.
Waters wins it down again, and a follow-up tap out again from Waters.
That would be Malone. No, it was O'Meara. Hits the deck, and there's a Romsey Lanceville player down, and he doesn't look good at all.
He has not moved.
And they're all going out to him. Out Romsey gets the ball, looking out for Patterson, who's going to be under pressure. Waters just punches it away. There's a foot race on now. Comes out down through Raymond. Down out through, what's a Poro. Kicking looking for Jebwob.
The back for Jebwob. Jebwob lost it.
It's going to go out, is it?
No, he's kept it in. Handball to no one, though, Jebwob. That's Lockie Giles there. He kicks the ball out and has found
Bryant.
Ollie Bryant on the outer back pocket. Sends it in to Tommy Waters at half back flank. Waters slows him down here using his experience. 9.5 minutes gone.
They're all just pushing over. No one's prepared to be
Tommy
brave.
Waters
Kicked on the man on the mark.
Spoiled by Petroro. There's not another thing that Petroro's done wrong today. So the ball's sent high in the air.
Again.
High, just too strong there. He's got Patterson in the middle if he wants him. Goes over the top of Patterson's head, looking for Jebwob. It's too far. It's gone deep. Cathy at the back, runs through the contest. Handball's out, finds Ben Way. Handball's back towards Raymond. Can't pick up the bouncing ball. Raymond in again. Just kept the ball in there. That's Raymond and Robinson on the bottom of that pack. The ball would bounced up 40 out, straight in front.
Umpire with it. Quick snap out of the pack. Ball goes in the four-line, but Romsey got the numbers, twists and turns, and he's tackled. That could be a free kick afterwards. But Lansfield have got it. Driving it out wide. Looking down there for Giles. Good pressure down there from Ali Khalil. Fighting hard. The wild man from Borneo's in there. Jack Jebwob. Right in front of the crowd. And they're all giving it a bit of curry there. That was good play by Ali Khalil then because there was a lot of pressure on him. Umpire with the ball.
Umpire Harley Dunman throws the ball up. Ben Way just too strong over Waters there. First time O'Meara gets the clearance out. Comes out to Nick Simpson, who kicks off the side boot. Nath Hoy all alone. Kicks the ball over to Will DePetro. He's 60 out. Sends the ball long, looking for Mena. Doesn't get over the back, and it's well taken mark there by Lucas Fellows. Lucas Fellows plays on.
But he's messed it up.
Wilson goes back. Ball is headed over the top.
Jack
Jebwob at the back here. It's a great contest. He hadn't paid it.
Umpire, he's paid a touch. He was unlucky then,
Very
O'Meara.
stiff. I would have paid that. So it's Cathy versus Waters. Cathy comes late in the contest, but Waters just carries it out the ruck. Too strong. Ball goes straight up and down. Petroro's got to turn around and watch the ball. Hoy jumps at it. Petroro on the ground. Spins out of trouble. Handball's back to Muir. Muir to Khalil. He's heard the instruction from the coach. Kick the ball, and Ali does that exactly. Kicks it deep. Ball comes to ground via Ben Way, who follows it up. Tackled immediately by Lachlan Mitchell with a huge tackle. Right in front of the cheer squad.
The tackling pressure from Lansfield has been, both sides, has been enormous.
There's going to be a lot of sore boys tomorrow, I think.
Absolutely. We're in the forward pocket. Ball's thrown up. There's a free kick, just shepherding out. Yeah. You can't turn and push them off like that. Tom Waters with the ball. Deep in defence for Lansfield. He's looking across the ground for a switch.
He's off his line a long way.
Now. Pushes across, kicks across. Looking down, and the ball's gone straight overhead, and we're just going to have it thrown in. That's three-quarter time, a short quarter
for once.
Lansfield, 6-4-40. Romsey, 9-4-58. And that was quite a good quarter from both sides, actually. But Romsey particularly took most of their opportunities. Lansfield just worked hard, but they just couldn't score.
And I sort of think that the score reflects that quarter. What was it, 14 points at half-time, and now it's 18 points. Look, it pretty much was an even quarter. There wasn't a whole lot between the two sides there. Both sides with injuries. I think that was, I don't want to say this because I'm going to sound like I'm having a go at him, but I think the young fellow that got hurt for Lansford was young Nathan Malone. He'd come off very looking unwell. So I think it was him. We couldn't quite make out his number. So we hope the Lancefield players are up and about, and they've got some players to run on, because Romsey are looking right. They're running on the top of the ground at the moment.
They do. And look, Romsey, it's quick and clean every kill they go for when they go for goal. And Lansford just works so hard, but they fall down across half forward. Their midfield, like Lukey Malone in the middle of the ground, has been enormous for them. They've worked, young Giles in that quarter. Lachlan Giles was, really good in defence. Our favourite player, Leroy Retreski, is always, the wild man's always going hard. Riley O'Meara, really unlucky, a couple of times took some grabs that weren't paid, and enormous pressure carried on. You can't go past the big ruckman. Tommy Waters is going hard and doing a lot of his own work too. Head over the other side of the page. I think Chris Petoro is probably been, to me, the pick of the Romsey players today. Nathan Hoy has been certainly dominant, and he's pushing back into the middle of the ground, being the wall and taking some good grabs. Kane Brinkhouse, once again, playing outside his height levels. Nathan Tassari had a good quarter then. Aaron Patterson's been really good from today. Gavin Cathy, who we haven't spoken a lot about, was really good in that quarter as well.
Yeah, I think if I was to be giving out some votes today for Lancefield, I'd be saying Luke Malone, Tommy Waters, Retreski and Romero would be their top four players. And for Romsey, I'd have Nath Raymond up there. He's been huge all over the park. Aaron Patterson. Jackson Kinnear's been huge down back as well, like just chopping off every 4A forward, so well done to him. But Petoro, to me, he'd be the best on ground at the moment.
Absolutely. So. And we'll go through the goal kickers. Benny Bryan's got one for Lancefield. Now, we've got a question mark against Darcy Giles or Lachlan Mitchell. We gave it to Lachlan Mitchell, but we got a gut feel it might have been Darcy. Riley O'Meara's got one. Ned O'Connell's got one. Callan Randall's got one, and Jack Radford's got one. The other side of the page over the Redbacks for Romsey. Nathan Blair, unfortunately, looks like he's broken his arms, got one. Darcy Lockins has got 3. Jack Jebwob's got 4, so he didn't kick a goal in that quarter, Jack, so he's been held all right. Callum Sankey's got 1, and that's it for them. So the main avenues for goal was the big forward, and they kept him goalless that quarter.
Yeah, but even though Jack was goalless, he presented around the ground so well, and that's...
Well, Darcy Lockins, it's not Jack, it's Darcy. They can't control them both because you've got the height and then you've got the speed, so it's really tough.
And then when they went down there and they had a break, in come Nath Hoy, he went down deep, and Jack come up a little bit. So
look, and for you go over the side, and let's be honest, the big when Ben Way goes into the ruck, they're a different side because he's nullifying Tommy's by using his experience, where Nathan wants to go head to head. And Tommy's too good for that.
Yep.
When Ben goes in, though, it's a very, very different story. And the ball comes down. And the only way Tom's being effective is actually by crumbing his own ball and clearing his own.
You could see at the start of that third quarter, it took a while for the old body of Ben Way to warm back up again after his halftime break.
I can't understand that.
and Tommy Waters got on top. Nath Hoy isn't quite the contested beast as what Benny is, but you could see Benny wasn't playing any ruck contest the exact same way twice, so it didn't give Tom Waters a look at go, all right, this is how he's going to play me. He coming in from different angles, coming in from the front, coming in from the back, coming in from the side when he didn't know he was coming, and then we seen right here in the half forward flank the big body collision he came, but Tommy Waters wasn't expecting. He just flopped to the ground, whereas Hoy hasn't done that the whole game, so it gives him a very different look here.
So I don't often do this because I'm not an umpire. But actually, umpires today have had no effect on the game, even though, like, there are free kicks they've missed, and that's everywhere in every game. But overall, though, they haven't influenced by decisions what's been going on. Every player's had to earn their kicks, and that's all you can ask. Now, let's remember last time we were in this position here, it was about the same difference when they were playing against Central's Lancefield. They didn't give up and wore them down. So they're a fit side.
Yep.
Let's see if they can do that this against Romsey.
Yeah, and as the Lancefield is spread from their huddle, they're going out to their positions here. Romsey getting their absolute final instructions from Justin. Look, if the quarter keeps going the way that last quarter went, Romsey win by 20. But if they slacken off and think it's theirs, Lance will come back to this game very, very quickly.
And Lancefield have a good history of coming back. They don't give up. You can see what the contest and the pressure they're putting on the ball carrier. They're a side who relies on putting enormous ball pressure, keeping pressure on the ball carriers to keep them in the game. And that's what they're doing today. And then they're not, 14 points is nothing.
Yeah, and they know that this means a lot, not just to this team, means a lot to this season, means a lot to this club, means a lot to this town. So,
yeah, absolutely. This is their big day.
There's a lot riding on this as well. So they ain't going away anytime soon.
Well, this is their grand final, let's be honest. They're probably not going to, if they do make December, they won't go that deep.
Well, if make December, they'll be in trouble because we usually finish September.
Sorry, there's lots of draws in the season.
Oh, he might have another COVID year. Is that what you're saying to me? Let's not wish on that. No, don't wish that on anyone. And sorry, another one we missed that has been played well today. Ali Khalil.
He has, and he pushed up for them too.
His wheels are just tearing it apart. And look, he's not a big man by any sense of the imagination, but he's not scared of a contest either.
He plays like from Carlton.
Well, don't say from Carlton, surely.
No, one of the good Carlton, ex-bomber, of course. Mental blanks. Dashing halfback.
Not Adam Sard.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Next Gold Coast son, mate. Come on, if you're going to give credit to something, credit him with that, at least.
Bombers. All right, so here we go for the last quarter. Lancefield 150-year celebration day. They're trailing by 14. No, sorry, they're trailing by 18 points. Not 14. Your sums are terrible. I'll blame you.
I said 18. I said 14 at half time. And look at Archie Jedwab. Just struts past us. Another one of the Jedwab clan. He told me I don't mention him enough on the broadcast, so I had to give him a bit of a shout out.
Good job the Water Boys do.
Yep. I think Archie could do a bit better of a job, but yeah, he's given it a
Here we
crack
go.
at least.
Hoy versus Waters. Umpire throws it up. No one's advantage. Patterson out to Hoy. Hoy just kicks it down forward, looking for a target, and they've got it down there. And that's down there to Purcell. And there's going to be 50. He has two, and he's given an opportunity.
That's against Ned O'Connell there. Just ran over the mark. So this is... you couldn't even dreamed of this perfect start for Romsey here. So
gives him that little bit of breathing room.
Well, I thought the umpire would have taken him to the goal line there, but that's all right. I thought it was on the 50.
Real estate's not strong here today.
You haven't tried to buy in Lanceville lately, have you? It's very strong here in Lanceville at the moment. So in come Corey Purcell. This will be his first today, yes.
Will be his first.
As long as he kicks it, though. Let's not mose him just yet.
And
Purcell
he has.
Straight over. So that's the perfect start for Romsey, out to a 4-goal lead within the first minute of the fourth quarter. 9-4? 10-4. 10-4-64, plays 6-4-40. They haven't given us the graphic this time. They waited for me to talk, and now they haven't put it up.
Scoreboard's frozen.
Maybe the scoreboard attendance just quickly coming back from the three-quarter time break hasn't quite made it back in time. Umpire Sideshow, look at him just hustle through.
Flames coming out of those heels. He's just setting a light out there.
We need to put a special, just a fixed camera on Sideshow.
We'll have to interview him. That's what we're going to do next time. We're going to interview him.
Yeah, that sounds good. You can call him Sideshow to his face. Ball comes down by Tommy Waters, out towards Riley O'Meara, sends it deep inside 50, out the back. The ball pops up on its end and it's just bounced in front of Kinnear. Ball somehow spilt out on the ground to Darcy
danger.
Giles.
Yeah. Ali Khalil went for the soccer kick and...
Darcy Giles, that one, I think, number 3.
Lockie, is it?
They're 3 and 4, so it's hard to tell, but I think that's number 3.
Yeah, it is Darcy.
Yeah, so we can give him this one. If he kicks this one.
I think we stole one off him earlier too.
This will be a very, very quick reply, exactly what Lanceville need if they want to stay involved in this game. Don't put it down just yet, Paul. Wait for him to kick the ball.
I'm just picking the pen up, mate. Just getting ready.
In comes Darcy.
Oh,
and he has snuck it in just. But the Lanceville boys have got around him. They know it's important.
They are right up at the moment, Lancefield. There's an opportunity. As we well know, their last quarters are strong. And they've got some belief in it. They're the Collingwood of the RDFL.
And last week, Romsey fell away in the last quarter.
They did.
You know, that'll be in Justin's mind as well.
Say that a bit louder. Justin's just down there reminding him.
I'm pretty sure Justin would have told him the same thing as well. Like, you know, he knows by any stretch of the imagination this game is not over. So
goal each, though. I mean, we're back to where we were at three-quarter time.
Lansfield 7-4-46, trailing Romsey 9-4-58. Very straight kicking.
Waters
hasn't been a breath of wind,
again.
so
up it goes. Waters just taps it over the back, and that's a nice little set play out to the wild man from Borneo. Out he goes on his left foot, kicks it long, drives it in for Lansfield for another opportunity. Ball bounces over the back, and it's out there by Brinkhouse, just kicks it nowhere, and they're going to try and clear it out, kicking it long down the wing, looking for Hoy in those strong hands. Nathan Hoy Drives it deep, looking down there for the big fella, and it's a great pick-up, and here they go, Romsey. Nice set play. In goes, we're going Darcy Locken's ball hit the deck. They're trying to find him, but his ball bounced the wrong way. Jack Jebwab's put enormous pressure on it. Down there looking there for Sam Wilson to help him out a bit too, but they're going to force it out of bounds, and we're going to throw it in the pocket and Romsey in. That was good play. They should have got a score out of that.
It's a frustrating game, football, isn't it, sometimes? You know,
that's an oval shape.
He's running in at full speed, kicks it, and it bounces backwards. Darcy Locken running to an open goal. Been robbed of one, Darcy. So umpire throws it in the right forward pocket for Romsey. That's a big throw in. He's brought rain with that one. Comes down. Lancefield get the clearance out towards Petroro and Rastevsky. It's collected by Nathan Tassari, who runs it out of bounds in the right back flank for
That was cleared
Lancefield.
out by Ollie Bryant, who's actually been going quite well for Lancefield today. So umpires having a discussion. We're going to throw it in. Oh, they were looking for a free kick there.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. But
Here.
it has been called a throw in, so we'll throw it in. Tommy Waters versus Nath Hoy. Just on centre wing. Ball goes out the back. Nath Hoy taps it over to Raymond. Handball's at the back to Petroro on that left foot. Kicks it long, looking for Jedwab. Contested ball. Ball goes over the back. Lancefield have the numbers. They've cleared it with a quick rush. Kick up the middle of the ground. Picked up by Lockie Giles. Handball's at the back. Smothered by Burkett. Raymond versus O'Meara. Raymond gets the smother. Taps balls the ball out to Khalil. Ball bounces the wrong way. Picked up by Darcy Giles, who's wrapped up immediately by Khalil. And the ball will be thrown up right in front of the commentary on centre wing.
That was a good tackle by Khalil.
Smart tap on by Raymond too, trying to clear the congestion without taking possession of the ball.
Up it goes. Oh, he's pushed him out of the contest. Umpire hasn't paid a free kick out of it. Patterson's in there fighting there for Lancefield. Nick Simpson, for Romsey, Nick Simpson for Lancefield. We're going to throw it up against centre wing. Hoy against Waters. Waters in front. Sharks his own ball, puts it on the boot, kicks it out, and there's a good mark taken down there. Ball's kicked long into the pocket, and that's a great grab by the big fella. Good play. Lachlan Mitchell just kicked it down there, looking down for big Jack Radford, and he needs to kick this for him to give him an opportunity.
And that's probably the second contest he's beaten Kane Brinkhouse on today, and it's just because he's too big and too strong.
But that was Tommy Waters' take once again. They've got to be wary. He does that all the time. He gets in front, he'll grab it and put it straight on his boot, bit like the big Hawkins for Geelong does. Radford comes in, very important kick. Oh, it's not good off the
ball
boot.
Drop.
It's gone right, and that's a behind, and they really need that one.
I've seen some bad ball drops in my time, but that was shocking.
Not good.
It almost come out sideways.
It did.
So Khalil has the ball, brings it in short, over to Kinnear. Kinnear plays on immediately, sends the ball long, looking for Ben Way, finds him on the half-back flank. Way turns around on the left boot, looking for Wilson, finds him without breaking stride. Wilson just chips it over, looking for Purcell, finds him uncontested mark so far. Purcell swings, turns, shocking kick towards Jedwab. The ball has gone out in front of Luke Fallows and Jedwab there. That was
They've
poor
They've done that a couple of times really, really well, Romsey. From deep in defence, they bring it into their forward line.
Coast to coast, and they stuff up their last kick. So the ball will be thrown in right on the right half forward flank for Romsey. Gavin Cathy will take the ruck work here against Tommy Waters.
So Waters had a break all day. He's just rucked the whole thing.
I've seen one contest he hasn't gone to. So Waters at the back just smacks it forward.
Always.
The ball is just bouncing around. Cathy handballs out to Burkett. Burkett to Raymond. On the left boot, jams it forward, but standing there in the middle of the pack is Darren Robinson. Robinson assesses his options here. Since the second quarter, they've always had 2-on-1 for Jack Jebwab, haven't they?
Yeah, they
just stood someone in front of him. Robinson sends it deep out wide. Mark's taken by Raymond. No, he's been called to play on. Ball gets socketed on the ground. Picked up by Darcy Giles, who's wrapped up immediately by Purcell. And the umpire will call for a ball up on centre wing, out of side.
Nice tight last quarter for both sides. Up it goes. Waters taps it down to no one's advantage. Forced along the ground. Romsey got the numbers here. That's the big fella in Petoro. Just brings it out on his left foot, kicking along. They've gone up against each other, but Jebob on the left goes around and bang! He's nailed it. So he touched on the line.
It floated and floated and floated.
Jack Dalglish got back there and he put the mitts up and stopped it going through.
So it's back to 3 goals even.
He's turned it over with a poor kick out of defence. Oh, break the young kid's heart, and that was young. I think it was Lockie Giles was bringing it out. That was absolutely just poor kick.
So as Jack lines up for this will be his 5th if he kicks this.
Gee, yeah, we thought the last one was through. That was a great shot.
His kick, it's currently 10-5-65. Romsey leading Lansfield 7-5-47.
Picked up the pen. I'm ready to go.
As Nath Raymond comes off for a well-deserved rest. It's been huge in the second half, Raymond. So in comes Jeb Wobb with his laconic trot in with his little hop and a skip, and off he goes.
The orange boots are glowing in the dark, and he's nailed it.
He has nailed that off the boot. Umpire did not move. That's Jack's 5th for the day. So Jack, again, on what you would say would be an off day for Jack. He's kicked 5-3, so it's not a bad off day, is it?
Look, every time he's had his opportunities, he actually probably could have 8 or 9.
Yeah.
He's missed some shots he should have normally got.
And there's been balls that have bounced left and right rather than going to him.
But he missed like the kick just before that, before he got the turnover that we all thought that was going through. Then there was a couple he missed deep down on this onto the right-hand side of the screen, which he should have got. And look, he's a class forward. He's the classiest forward in the competition.
Yeah. And he can do it. We've mentioned multiple times in the air or on the ground, Jack. So Romsey leading 11-5-71, Lansfield 7-5-47. 9.5 minutes gone, last quarter.
Waters
ball goes up.
taps it down.
Waters smashes the ball straight to the outer wing. The handball has missed the target. Burkett jumps on top of it. Is either going to be called for holding the ball too high, but no, umpire said no. Neither of them. I'll have it, thanks.
So the obvious change was Justin's made. He's actually stopped them all being sucked into the contest. Romsey are now pushing out wide and running into space. Tapped out over the back. Here it comes out through Purchell, just kicks it along, looking for Jed Wobb again. Ball hits the deck. It's going to be cleared out there by Ronaldo. Out it comes. It's a foot race. Off they go. The ball's going to run out of bounds. We're going to toss it in centre wing right in front of the Lansfield coach's box.
We just seen it just again then. You see Ben Way come off Tommy Waters, ran in, hit him hard with the body, and then won the tap out. So he's just playing him a little bit differently, and Waters hasn't quite adjusted to it yet.
So they've got to be aware there's one out the back at the moment. It's a short throw in. That's not going to help them. Out to the wild man of Borneo, and is out to looking for Malone, but hasn't missed it all out. Out to Burkett. Kicks it long. Not a great kick, though. Ball hits the deck out for Zach Webb's fighting hard out there for Lansfield. Oh, the ball tried to milk a free kick there was Gavin Cathy. And the ball's going to be thrown in front of the old change room, or the old scoreboard.
That's another one too. Jack Jedwell running into it. Ball bounces straight on its point and turns right. So he's had one of those days, but still kicked 5. Come on, Sideshow. Big heave.
He's throwing them short, and they're all going back. The only one's Tommy Waters has run forward to get in front. Taps it down on. And so we're going to clear. It's a kick out, and it's out in the full. And there's a free kick going out there to the big fella.
I think that was Riley O'Meara.
Benny White's going to have the kick. Wild man from Borneo's on it. Chips it back in, looking for Ali Khalil.
Been called to play on.
Oh, that's too clever.
Bit of
nice short little kick. Oh, he's been well cut off by the Lansfield defenders. Just kicks it long into no man's land. Brinkhouse. Oh, good tackle, but
again.
He has absolutely killed him in the middle of the ground. Out it comes, out down there now looking for DePetro. Kicks it out wide, looking for Darcy Lockins. The ball hits the deck, though. Coming out there is Wilson, fighting hard. Numbers got the ball. Here's an opportunity for Darcy Lockins, and he's nailed it. There's another one. Great goal.
That's Darcy's 4th. I thought he was a bit stiff not to be given the free kick, Darcy Lockins, earlier, but he just stays in the contest and just as dangerous as ever. And as we said, if it's not Jack, it's Darcy, and why not both of them?
Well, they got 9 between them, so it's been a good day in the office of the two key forwards.
So it's Romsey leading 12-5-77 now by 5 goals to Lansfield 7-5-47. 12.5 minutes gone in the last quarter.
And you can just see a little bit of...
Sensing some floodgates?
No, I just sense a little bit of urgency disappearing out of the Lansfield game.
Or there's also a lot of urgency still in the Romsey game too. Ali Khalil, I don't think he's stopped running. He has not stopped running the whole day today.
The Wee Football Club.
I said Ali Khalil, not we. Ben Way up again. Waters wins the tap out back towards Giles, but Ben Way follows it up. Ball is... Aaron Patterson's ripped someone's head off there. And it's been paid advantage. So O'Meara clears away from the pack, sends the ball deep over the top of the Lansfield player. It comes out to Lockie Dalgleish. Dalgleish all by himself has shacked towards the wild man. He gets absolutely crunched. Leroy Vrostevsky got crunched there. Great mark. Intercept there by Mickey Conlon. Mickey Conlon on the left. Hits the inside of the post.
He deserved better. Wild man from Borneo, wasn't that tough? Just stood there and crashed.
And if you look at him, he doesn't look like he's been touched. He didn't even blink.
Burkett kicks in, out wide, looking down for Muir. Comes back across, looking for Burkett, and the ball's gone terrible. He's kicked the point for him. That wasn't smart footy.
Replay. Here comes Brinkhouse. Brinkhouse plays on, comes to the commentary side, looks for Hoy all by himself. Hoy goes up and down before the ball even got to him. Tassari gets the ball out to Lockie Giles, comes to Sankey. Sankey drives it forward, but he's kicked over top of Gavin Cathey's head. Darcy Lockett from the side, great contest. Cathey goes out in the full, surely. Ned O'Connell. Ned O'Connell's kicked out in the full, will be taken there by Seamus Mena. Seamus can play on if he wants to. That's a poor kick, though.
That's another bad option.
Oh, it's spilt there by Ollie Bryant. Brought away by Darcy Giles, Lockie Giles, sorry.
Fast.
And he's kicked it towards straight down Nathan's throat. Dalglish 1-on-4. Ali Khalil at the back. Chips it into the middle, but that's another turnover.
Just turnover city at the moment.
And that's marked by Benny Bryant, who haven't caught him since the first quarter.
Bryant kicks it down.
Turns around. Tassari in front. Ball goes at the back towards Mickey Conlon at the back again. Tassari wraps him up. Dalglish wraps up Tassari.
3-on-1, that wasn't a great option. Should have just held to a few more players, worked into spot.
That was what you say, the old comedy of errors? Just
turnover city there.
Pinball pinging back.
Bryant's going up against Wade, Hoy, big hit forward, taken down there by Giles. Kicks it along to the hot spot. Got numbers down there. It's going to be trying cleared out, puts it on his boot. That was DePetro, I think, and there's been a snapper goal.
It was Mickey Conlon.
He's well done. That's Mickey's first for the day.
Bring it back to a 4-goal lead here, Lancefield.
Well, I said a bit of stinger got at him. I'll take that right back.
Yeah, well,
they're still fighting it out.
That pinball footy wasn't great to watch.
No.
It wasn't great to call, but it wasn't great to watch either. So
some poor choices getting made when they got the ball. I mean, I know they're tired and it's been a long, big game, but yeah, they've got to be a bit cleaner coming out of defence and that sort of stuff, a bit smarter. And if nothing is on, just hold it up.
Yeah, so 15 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter. Romsey leading 12-5, 77 to Lancefield 8-7, 55.
Hoy's going up against Waters again. Up it goes. Waters taps it forward, as Lancefield done all day out through Giles, bringing it out down to Simpson on his left foot, kicks along, and that's a good hit up. And that's Benny Bryant. We haven't called him much, but he's standing up in this last quarter, and he needs to kick this to bring him back in with a real opportunity. Bryant going for his second goal for the game. Spinning it in his hands. This is where they'd be doing it at training, right in front of the change rooms. Kicks it long, and he's already cheering as it goes through. So there's an opportunity. Now they're coming back. Benny Bryant's second goal.
And again, that was straight out of the midfield. Too easy. 1, 2, 3 handballs out, and off it went.
They've done that a little bit. They have actually won the centre clearances all day. I mean, Waters has dominated the ruck.
And Alex Simpson come bursting in off the wing there, and he was the
Giles
last
too,
link in the
he's
chain.
been terrific in the middle. Yeah. Luke Malone, when he was in there, was doing an enormous amount of damage.
So Romsey really need to stay really connected here.
They do turn off, and we've seen it happen a couple of times.
So Hoy versus Waters again. 17 minutes gone in the last quarter. One down there by Hoy, who just jams it on the boot, looking for no one. Gavin Cathey comes bursting through the one-handed pickup, jams on the left, but it's off the side of the boot. Jadwab goes up and spoiled behind it. Someone is down here for Romsey.
I think his breeding days might be finished if you read between the lines of the comment.
Oh. No one likes that.
Where it hurts.
So ball's been brought back in by Lancefield. That's kicked across goal. Straight down the middle they go. But it's turned over. Nath Hoy. Nath Hoy's got the ball. He's got the call from the benches to slow it down. He plays on. Looking for Jed Wobb. Goes up again. Another two worse one again. Tucker had picked up the clearance. And the ball's been spoiled out of bounds. Gavin Cathey still down.
Yep. One's in his left socket, the other's in his right. That one hurt.
I think the high-pitched voice is getting... we can be heard from here.
We can laugh, it's not us.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Especially cold day. Shrinkage is not the problem that he's got here. So umpire throws the ball back in.
You didn't see the guy walk off so ginger.
The ball is just knocked forward by Lancefield, but it's taken by Burkett. who's wrapped up immediately and dumped to the ground. Repeat stoppage right on the 50.
So we've played nearly 18 and a half minutes. They're going to run out of time, Lansfield.
Yeah, there couldn't be long to go. There hasn't been a lot of goals scored this quarter. Hoy wins the tap out down. Lansfield get the clearance.
Good tackle.
Ball pops out. Raymond with the pickup. One-hand pickup off to Purcell. Jams on the left boot forward. Jedwab again, verse 2. Ball goes out the back towards Robinson. But Wilson picks it up, sends it forward again. Ball's coming to Jedwab, can't quite keep it in. And the ball has gone out of bounds right next to the behind post in the right forward pocket for Romsey.
So they need to set up here, and they need to create some space for themselves. And what Lansfield need to do is put plenty of players around the ball so they've got the numbers. Up it goes. Punched down by Waters. Cleared out by Lansfield, but it's a shanked kick, and it's Mark's been taken out there by Dalgleish. No, it's not Dalgleish. It was Mitchell. Not a great kick. Romsey going to clear it out again. Out down there through is Burkett. Ball hits the deck. Giles handed off to the man we've called more than anyone today, which is Petoro. Down long now to Wilson.
He's heard
Teporo's going to have it. He was going to try and pick it up.
Yeah, I think he's heard the call from the bench. Just play it slow. Ball's gone towards Raymond in front. Raymond gets the ball. Oh, it's small out of his hands. Jedwab picks the ball up. Handball out to Raymond. Raymond falls over his own feet. Handball goes back to Sankey. Out to Darcy Lockins. Chips the ball in central, looking for Sam Wilson. Can't quite complete the mark. Ball's been held to him. He's trying to stand up. Handballs it out towards Burkett on his left foot. And Burkett has kicked the sealer. Yes, he has.
And if you honestly believe that Darcy Lockins was kicking it out to, then you're kidding yourself.
He was trying
for an inside-out shot at goal, and you know that.
No, that was perfect central play.
Sometimes your red and black just oozes out of you.
So Romsey leading now, 20 and a half minutes mark of the last quarter, 13-5, 83, plays 9-7, 61.
When you're a small forward, you kick 4 and you're already, 20 minutes into the last quarter.
I have
that
faith
is
in
not a pass. Under no
team
circumstances
football.
is that a pass.
Playing team football here. Very accurate kicking by Romsey here towards goal. Not on the field, not ground kicking has been great, but goal kicking has been very accurate. So there couldn't be long left in this.
No,
what is it, 21-minute mark about to tick over? Hoy versus Waters. They both go up again. Waters wins the tap out again, straight down to Nick Simpson.
Well.
Sends it in the forward 50 and finds Ben Bryant right on the 50-metre mark. Ben turns around, chips it up, looking for Dalgleish, goes over his head towards Radford. Callum Sankey's got his head over the ball.
It's a free kick here.
Yeah, it's gone to Romsey.
When Radford goes through a pack, no one's left wanting,
Everyone feels it. Sankey chips over, looking for Raymond. It's put it straight up in hospital. Raymond over the back. The old man. Nath Raymond plays on. Handballs off to Brinkhouse. Back to Raymond. Raymond on his left foot. Gets crunched after the kick. Goes down towards Darcy Lockins. Punches it forward.
Good play.
Handballs over the back to Petroro. Gives off to Lockins. Goes over the top of Jedwab. That one's going for goal for sure, but it finds Hoy in the goal square. Who goes bang?
It just cost them a football as well. That football's actually landed in Heathcote.
That was probably the best play from Romsey all day. Nath Raymond back here. You know why he was so...
are you telling me then Darcy Lockins wasn't going for goal?
No, I said he was going for goal on that kick.
Very good.
Nath Raymond's playing here in the half-back flank. You know why he was so eager there? His wife is on the front of the footy record this week, and he's never been on the front of one, and she's letting him know about it. Casey Raymond has let him know, and Nath Raymond wants to get on the front of it next week.
Well, it'll be time on Blaney, because someone's got to drive to Heathcote and find that football.
If someone hasn't picked it up and run out the other way.
No, they would have bolted with it.
There's no great rush now.
No, they're home and hosed now. So it's 14 goals, 5, 89, lead Lansfield 9, 7, 61. We played 22 and a half minutes, could only be seconds left.
We have mentioned a few times that Romsey have had quite a few good plays going coast to coast. That was the first time they actually finished it off, and was probably from a shot from Darcy, landed in Nath Hoy's lap, but it was the first time they had gone coast to coast and finished off the play.
At least you're honest.
Hey, that's one thing I claim to be. I've been called many other things before.
I tell you, Bobby slowed down. There were flames coming. There's just smoke now. He's just slowed right up.
I think
fire's out.
He got passed by a snail then. So up goes Hoy and Waters again. Hoy stays down. Waters wins the tap out straight down to Luke Malone, who's wrapped up immediately. Repeat stoppage.
Haven't they done that well all day, Lansfield? But Waters has palmed off to his midfield. It's just they've been spoon-fed for him. Ball goes up. Hoy taps it forward to the advantage, but Lansfield going to try and clear it. Hoy again, who's actually played a really good game and answered last week's problems. Ball hits the deck. Out it comes out down through Conlon. Brings it in the middle of the ground. There's an opportunity now. Small kick, but a nice handball. Over it goes. Ball's kick long. Looking for a marking opportunity, and that's a good grab down there by Benny Bryant. Needs to finish it off.
Bad thing about this, Benny Bryant's come to life in the last quarter.
What's he doing? He's a goal kicking forward. Now he's put him under pressure and it's gone back to Conlon.
That's why he's done it, Paul. He wants you to call Mickey. He knows you love him.
Mickey's one of my favourite players. I won't lie. Him and Leroy, they're just sensational for the club. Mickey Conlon, in he comes. On the left. And has gone left. Look, really, as a key forward, Benny Bryant, he's the one who should be shooting. Now, I understand the team play and that.
Khalil brings the ball out and finds Purtell in the right back pocket. Purtell over top to Petro, who has not stopped all day.
BOG today.
Oh, that bounced off O'Meara's back. He's been paid a mark. He sends the ball inside to Khalil. Khalil keeps going. Those little wheels just keep moving. Sends the ball long towards centre forward for Cathy. Cathy's got his hands chopped. Lockins chips the ball over the top, straight up in the air, really. He was trying to pass that one, but didn't make it to his target, though. And the ball will be balled up at centre half forward for Romsey.
You can see what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
Just put it up too high.
Yeah. Hit the belly of the ball rather than the side of the ball.
Only seconds to go. Into Romsey's forward line. Ball's thrown up. Waters, as he does all day, has just palmed it forward, but Big Nath Hoy has juggled one in the middle of the ground. Oh, he's gone to play on. Oh, gee, that's a tired Ruckman's kick, and that just dribbled it. Lancefield had turned it over. Romsey with numbers. Patterson, but no, they've paid a free kick in the middle of the ground. Oh, Nath Hoy, what were you thinking?
That's worse than some of my golf shots. He took that big of a divot. What's he done there, Nath? He's always done himself an ankle injury. So it's been kicked out wide by Nick Simpson.
Out there down to, is it Robinson? Out wide, and the ball's going to be pulled out of bounds. We've played 25 and a half minutes. We've only had about 4 goals kicked this quarter, so it could only be seconds left. I've been saying that for about 5 minutes, though.
You're in a hurry to go home, Paul?
I am, actually. Been a long day.
So ball be thrown in on the outer wing. Hoy versus Waters again. Shallow throw in. Waters at the back, just pushes Hoy out the way. Ball comes to Petroro. He's not paid this one, but he's been wrapped up immediately. It's got to be paid. He's got the handball out.
He's got better eyes than all of us.
The ball's gone to Lukey Newman, who is wrapped up. The ball comes from Conlon forward. This time, Kane Brinkhouse is in front. Plays on, comes to the commentary side. He's got Purtell if he wants him. Over the top, finds Purtell.
There's a hamstring being done by Petro.
That's the only thing that can stop Petro today.
Yeah, he's done
Purtell goes forward. So Will DePetro. DePetro fights on again. 1 versus 4. The numbers win out. Ned O'Connell. Off to Lance, but he's always hit me on the target then. Yeah. So we're brought in here by young Liam Muir.
And there's a hamstring hobble if I've ever seen one.
That's the only thing that could stop Petro today was an injury.
Yeah. That or his back. He's holding his back.
So Liam Muir just chips it up, looking for his under-9 teammate and Seamus Mena. Muir wants the handball back, doesn't quite get it. Mena short and finds Wilson. Wilson sends it long, looking for Jabwab. 1v3, they all converge on him. Who's at the back? Gavin Cathy can't quite trap it. Ball goes to Tucker. The young Tucker gets a goal to the 19-year-old. Well done. With the outside little dribbler. They're all around him too.
Well, that's good news for Romsey because he's jogging off, and that means the hamstring's not gone.
Could be a cramp.
If he's had enough, it would be leather poisoning, if anything, today.
So 27 and a half minutes gone last quarter. Romsey 15-5-95.
And the bandage up. Kellen Sankey comes on again for the last couple of minutes.
Leading Lansfield 9-8-62. Doesn't look like the Lansfield midfielders are any rush to get back.
No.
Petro lays down, wants a rub. No one's got anywhere near him, though.
Not enough trainers at the footy club for that.
The ball goes up in the centre bounce again. One down by Waters, bounces off the back of his head. Taken out by Darcy Giles. He's stopped by Patterson, who throws it out. It's been caught. So we'll go back to Darcy Giles. Darcy looks forward, sends it long, looking for Dalglish, goes over his head at the back for Radford. Well sport by Brinkhouse. Follows it up, and Bryant wraps him up too. Brinkhouse, third effort in the contest. Well done this late in the game, Kane Brinkhouse.
We've played 28 and a half minutes into the last quarter.
Is someone on the clock or what? What is this? The longest quarter of all time.
Way taps it down to advantage, but it's going to be tied up again. We're about 40 metres out from the Lancefield goal.
Jackson Kinnear versus Benny Bryant. Jackson Kinnear wins it down. Comes to Sankey. Out to Mena, who's wrapped up immediately by Giles. The ball has somehow come out the back to Lansfield's way, but it's been dropped there by Mickey Conlon. Ali Khalil picks the ball up, switches the ball dangerously across centre half back. Lockins gathers the ball, spins back inside, kicks it forward to find Will DePetro, who's got all sorts of space.
And a cramp.
And he can go over the top to Gavin Cathy, who hasn't been near it today. Cathy gets it, can keep going. He's played on. Hope the siren doesn't go now. And he has shanked it, and he's missed everything. Oh, no. Snuck in from behind as the siren goes.
The siren blow.
So Romsey win.
Some tired legs.
15-6-96 to Lansfield 9-8-62. What's that, a 36-point winning?
Yeah, and that's probably the right margin, let's be honest.
I picked them by 32.
Today.
I was pretty close.
Well, yeah, I was a bit out. I'll be honest with you. We'll go through the goal kickers. So for Lansfield, Benny Bryant's got 2. Darcy Giles with a question mark on 1. So Riley O'Meara's got 1. Ned O'Connell with 1. Mickey Conlon with 1. Lockie Mitchell 1. Callan Randall 1 and Jack Radford 1. We shoot over to the Romsey side. Nathan Blair, he's got 1, and unfortunately looks like he's got a broken arm to follow that. Darcy Lockins in a greater performance up forward with 4 and had about a few more shots than that. Corey Purcell was 1, Nath Hoy 1, Jack Jedwab with 5. Yep. Callum Sankey with 1, Matty Burkett with 1, and young Marcus Tucker with 1 in his first game, we believe, so his first goal in senior footy, so a great effort. But all in all, just too strong Romsey today, as we all expected them to be. But, gee, credit to Lansfield, they fought this out to the end. And
it was an absolute great day here.
Cool, and we'll go through the scores for the rest of the round. Melton Centrals were leading Riddle by a point, so it's 8-7-55 to 7-12-54, which is a bit of a turn up at the moment for that one. Diggers Rest are over Wallen 10-14-74 to Wallen 8-5-53. Woodend Heskett 6-7-43, leading Macedon 4-2-26, and today's game we've got here 15-8-96 to 9-6-62, and Romsey's way at the final siren. So
best players?
Best players, look, I think Chris Petoro, for me, for Romsey would be BAG, but Tommy Waters and Ruck also was sensational. Nath Hoy had a really good game as well. Look, he was really, I mean, he didn't win the tap-outs and that, but the big Ben Way as well was really good for them. Jack with his 5 and Darcy Lockins with 4 also was really good for them. Both the Gileses for Lansfield were really, really good. Obviously, Tom Waters was really handy for them as well. Luke Malone was good as well. Though who I'd give my best players to.
Yeah, look, the only ones I'd add to that is Nath Raymond and Ali Khalil for Romsey. I thought they were huge all day. Nath Raymond just filled the void perfectly for Nath Blair when he went off at half-time.
Yeah,
so
big loss for Romsey, that Blair. If that arm is broke, that's 6 plus repair.
Yeah,
you might get him back for finals.
Yeah, it's got to be a huge loss. He's a captain of the club, and we've seen today how determined he was to bounce back from last week's poor effort. And unfortunately, that's football, isn't it?
Yeah, and look, congratulations. Let's just say before everyone clears out, congratulations to Lansfield Footy Club. They've put on a fantastic day here today. The pre-match ceremonies, the jumpers look fantastic. Thank you very much for the truck and everything, and making our day really easy and comfortable. Well done to the umpires. They didn't really have any effect on the game, and that's what you want the umpires to do. They did. We enjoyed Sideshow Bob. He ran out of puff at the end. He was cooked. And it was all in all just a really good day at the footy. So I think that might call us out. Next week we are at Ian Cowrie Reserve in Rockbank as Western Rams take on Macedon.
Look, that skill level's not going to be the same at that game as what it is here, but let's hope both teams give it a red-hot crack and at least give us something to call.
All right, mate.
See you next week, Paul.
Thanks, buddy. See you
Cheers.
soon. Cheerio, everyone.
Bye.